Gravy, gang, gang, gang. Baby, pop the top and let it spread. As we're listening to Pass the Gravy. We're going fishing for your bitch today. We're drunk in Houston, baby. And we go hit and lick and we'll get rich today. Rich, bitch.
Gravy, 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 gang! What is going on, everybody? It's Pass the Gravy, episode 577, and the boys are all in the same place again because my internet still doesn't work. Great. So, what's up? Fourth location in 5 weeks. We did not change locations from last week. That was the only thing I was kind of bummed about. I was like, we should just look. What's a fun place you guys want to podcast from?
Library. That's what I was saying. Library.
Somewhere we had to be quiet. We would have just gotten kicked out when I shouted.
I hate that. That was also the first thing that I thought of.
But I wouldn't want to be quiet. I would want to just do it. So when they come out, shh, and we're like, guys, can you guys be quiet? We're doing a podcast.
What if we started recording like at Starbucks, and we just go to Starbucks and we're like, well, thanks for everybody for coming out. And like, we didn't come out to anything. You guys set up here. Please leave.
We just do 10 minutes in 10 different locations.
Robert, would you like that? And then we just piece it together for. We would do about 20 locations in a day.
You know what would have been a good one? Like a car ride. We just like drive around.
Can we do that next
Like
week?
a road trip podcast? I think that would be great.
No, like not a road trip. We're just driving. Like there's no, like we'll just put Robert in the driver's seat. You and me sit in the back. Robert sets the camera up in like a cup holder. And then we just go.
Or we drive up to like...
Just drive around the 610 loop in Houston until like we get done. We're like, all right, well, let's wrap it up. Robert, take us home.
We all drive to like Hempstead and record on the way. Grab some watermelon at some like festival and then just drive back.
We should get an Uber black, like with the Tahoe.
Oh,
and
I
be
don't
like,
want other people in.
No. That'd be even funnier. Like, hey, we're going to set up a couple of things. And then Robert just sets up Robert sits up front, sets up all the stuff. And then we like, just take us to like an hour and a half away. Like we set our destination to that. And like the podcast has to end when we get to our destination. That's it. And then we'll just record the following week's podcast on the ride back.
Or what if we
just edit it on the way back? That'd be awesome. And then Robert, we go home. We're just done. We had a car ride.
Along the lines of what you first said, let's just circle Terminal C at Bush Airport.
Just go to the airport loop.
We're just
keep going.
We just keep circling C for 2 hours before finally security stops us. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, we'd be put on some sort of list. I do think it'd be really funny though to just go to places and like pretend that we're doing a live podcast. Without doing any live podcasts. Like just go to a restaurant. Hey, do you guys mind if we set up some stuff? I got work. Okay. By the way, my work is a podcast. And thanks for everybody for coming out. We set up speakers like we do when we do the real live one.
Buy plane tickets so we can get in the terminal. Do it from the terminal. Then just go home.
Yeah.
Just the biggest
you guys
waste
bought
of money.
3 one-way tickets?
Why are you guys pulling out microphones? Oh, God, no. Not in the terminal.
Fucking liberals coming here to chit and chat in our airport? No.
We're just walking around to people with microphones, asking them questions, sticking it in their face. And like, dude, I'm going to Cincinnati. I'm not in a good mood
hey,
today. Leave me alone.
Have you ever heard of Pass the Gravy podcast? And they'll all just be like, no. I'm like, all right, thank you for your time.
Where are you going today? Georgia? All right. And you just walk away.
Neat. Business or pleasure? And then just walk away before they finish answering.
How are you doing today?
Just be the worst man on the street ever. I don't know. Billy Eichner is pretty far up there, but
no, but he's good.
He's
so
good.
bad that it's good.
Yeah, and then people also don't realize there's like 18 people following behind him that have to run and chase down whoever he just talked to get him to sign a waiver, or else it can't be on the air.
I feel like I'd be a combination of him and like Stephen Wright, like the running away part, but the low energy of Stephen Wright and sounding like I don't actually want to be there talking to people.
Who's the guy that goes to college campuses and just is like, debate me?
Oh, Steven Crowder.
Let's do that, but
Louder
we just do the
Crowder.
podcast. We like don't debate anybody. But like it says debate me, and then people come up and they form a line to debate us, but then we just make them listen to our content the whole hour.
Oh, no, questions are coming up soon.
Yeah, we're going to get to the questions here in a second. And actually, we're going to do the answers segment real fast, which, you know what? We just answered the questions. Sorry, that's all the time we got. Thank you guys for staying. Thanks for coming out to the pod, guys.
We let the first person ask a question, and then we go, guys, that's all we have time for.
Space it out like we do the awards at the Gravies, but we like just plant the first 5 or 6 people to ask us just past the gravy questions.
I actually want to do this on a college.
It's a real political debate. Yeah,
Just
Robert,
ask them dumb questions. Like, can you feel yourself becoming a libcuck because of your professors, or do you not even notice the change?
I don't want to get into those debates.
Does your dad hate you every time you come home and say something to him now?
I've got like internet energy where I control you all day online because I can get on and off of Twitter. Like kids in college have too much time to like argue with you. I'm like, I'm not going to debate this with you, pal. Like, here's my thoughts. There's your thoughts. That's all I got, man. I don't want to hear you yelling at me anymore. Thanks.
That might be the only real thing that you learn in college is that once you start to get opinions, they're not going to change. You're never gonna change anybody's mind on anything anymore. It's like, well, this is what I think, but here's the numbers that prove that's wrong. Doesn't matter. This is what I think.
Yeah, like as I get older, the episode of Curb Your Enthusiasm where Larry David is in line to vote, and then he's voting one way, and he's like, "Hey, who's voting for this person?" And it's the other person that he wasn't gonna vote for, and there was one guy that's like, "Me," and he's like, "Since our votes cancel each other out, you want to like go get a coffee?" And then they just don't wait in line and go get a coffee and like go about their day. It's like I'm very down to do that with a lot of people. Just be like, what if we just didn't do it?
See, I want to go and be like, okay, rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Whoever loses has to leave. So now your vote's worth 2.
That's a good idea. My new thing, and this is not how I'm going to vote or anything, but I'm going to start asking every political text that I get for a pick. And I will start documenting, like, are the Dems good at betting? Or are the Republicans good at betting? Or is RFK good at betting? I don't know. And then I will release, like, the info, like, the week of the election, or right before the election, maybe, and be like, hey, I don't know what this means to you, but if you're voting based on who gives you winners, this is the place to go.
So I know you've been asking them, who do you think?
Well,
or
Kamala
who do you
Harris
like in this
texted
game?
me. I don't know if you know that. Like, we could maybe get her on as a guest, but Robert, did you know Kamala texted me this afternoon?
I didn't know that.
She says, it's Kamala Harris, and I'm pleased to share that I have made my decision. Minnesota Governor Tim Walz will join our campaign as my running mate. Tim is a battle-tested leader who has an incredible track record. Now, would you pitch in $30 to welcome Tim to our ticket and support Democrats nationwide? We are relying on your immediate support to defeat Donald J. Trump and J.D. Vance. It means the world to me and Tim and our families to have you in it. Are you in? And I said, would Kamala take A's minus 1.5 tonight? And that was the last thing I said. And they have not replied. But if they don't reply, I think we have to count that as a loss because then you're too scared to bet.
And
scared money don't make money.
Give them the option to give you a bet. Like, don't just place it for them. Be like, hey, do you have a bet that you like tonight? And that's bonus points if they give you a winner.
But also,
rather than
I think
just picking a winner.
If I go in with this is the game I'm going to give options to, Republican or Democrat that comes at me, I give them the same play so then I can see which way they go.
I like that. Also, guys from Minnesota, when's the last time Minnesota won anything?
You're right, it's been a minute.
Timberwolves suck. Twins can't win.
Who's Suni Lee?
Huh?
Suni Lee. She won gold.
But that wasn't for Minnesota. That was for America.
She's from Minnesota, though.
The Vikings, they can't win.
Vikings can't win. You're right.
Minnesota Golden Gophers? I think they're just
They're the Golden Gophers.
They are Golden Gophers. Oh, well, they're not winning gold.
Not winning gold. Unless Suni Lee went to Minnesota.
They got nothing.
Don't.
Also, how come Republicans use initials and Democrats don't?
What do you mean?
Donald J. Trump, J.D. Vance, George H.W. Bush, George W. Bush.
Was Eisenhower Republican?
Dwight D. I think Dwight.
No, what about Hoover?
I don't know
J. Edgar? No, that was Herbert Hoover. J. Edgar Hoover is FBI.
Yeah, and then plus, I'm pretty sure J. Edgar was Republican. That dude does not give liberal vibes.
I don't know. Yeah, a guy named Edgar. I don't know. We're talking too much politics. What I want to talk about is Olympics, though, because the steeplechase was on yesterday, and holy fuck, guys. I did not know the steeplechase. Like, I'd heard of the word steeplechase. Didn't really know what it was. I'd never seen it. The steeplechase is kind of sick.
Explain it. What is it?
All right, so I was watching track. I got home. They had on, it's France time. So like, guess what? It's prime time Olympics if you're home right now. And I was like, I am. Let's go. Watch Noah Lyles get some wins. And then they're like, and coming up next is the steeplechase. And they pulled out these like hurdles that aren't the regular little hurdles they set up. It was like the whole length of the track kind of that they would set it up. And they would be like varying degrees of heights hurdles. Like, so they weren't all the same height. And then they have like a water part that they put after one of the hurdles. So you jump over the hurdle into water and then keep going. And it's just like a mile run, but you're running with hurdles that you have to jump over and then sometimes water, which was just, is that the most random Olympic sport?
It has to be. I've never understood hey, guess what? You got to land in a puddle.
Like, how does that?
What's the point of that?
I don't understand. And I know that like everything is distance. Like Noah Lyles won the 100 meter, which makes you the fastest man in the world. I did watch the 1500 meter, which is 100 meters less than a full mile, which I don't know why they don't just make them run a mile. And the U.S. fucking came back and smoked Great Britain and Norway. Suck a dick. Norway and Great Britain kicked your ass right there. But we won that one. That was pretty electric at the end because our dude just came off at the very end. And like I feel like the longer the race is, like there's a sweet spot between like I don't care about cross country. 1500 was like 4 times around the track, so you're like I can watch this, and then it's over with. And like all right, coming up, there we go. This guy's is he gonna pass him? And an American passed it, but the steeplechase. When they set that up, I was like, how is that the event you pick that you're like, you know what? I'm not going to do 100 meter, not going to do 200 meter, not going to do cross country, not going to do 1500 meter, not going to do just hurdles. Is there anything with like water that I could also do? Like, was that like when you do the steeplechase, that can't be your first choice for your Olympic event? Like, was all the other stuff just like we got a guy doing that? We need somebody you can hurdle, right? You're not the fastest hurdler, but you're a pretty good hurdler and also somewhat long distance guy. How do you do in water? See, like swimming? No, just like jumping into it and then continuing to run. I mean, like in the rain? Yeah, I can do that. Like, cool. That's your event, steeplechase. There's no steeple either. I don't know why it's called the steeplechase.
I mean, it's definitely the guy that is like their 4th best in all those events. Like he's not your best cross country guy, but in cross country you have to run through some puddles. So like, okay, he's got experience there. He's not your best hurdle guy, but he does know how to get over them. And he's not your best long distance runner or a sprinter. So like, well, you know, he's like 4th in all of those all the time. He's always finishing top 4. Just let him combine all of them. All those other guys are specialized, or gals. All those gals specialized too. They probably don't jump over the hurdles as fast, but
yeah,
you're like, okay, you know, you're good enough, but you're not great at any of them. Jack of all trades. That's what it is. The steeplechase is the jack of all trades race.
And that is really because when you can't understand an Olympic event, you have to look back as to like how they came up with it, and they just didn't have things. Like they were like, well, this guy can punch this guy the hardest. All right, you can wrestle. Okay, you can throw this stick the furthest. Okay, you can run fast. Like they're like, whoa, this guy can also jump in puddles of water faster than anybody else. So that was probably like what the Greeks did. I just looked it up as you were talking. It was originally like a horse race, and they would race from one steeple, from one town to the other town's steeple. So you'd run from like their church steeple to the other one, and then people did that after they saw horses doing it.
Also, some of you just said there, how is hardest punch not an Olympic event?
It should be. And they have those games at bars where it's like you just put the money, just do that. You don't have to punch anybody.
And that one, that'd be funny if it was just one of those bar things. Because you have to catch that perfect. It would probably be like, remember in Rocky when they were testing the Russians thing? Like I think he was actually like punching. It wasn't a wall, but it was like a pad. And that's what it would be. But it would be hilarious if they just wheeled in the nearest bar's punching machine.
Yeah, it'd be sick. Put the little Olympic rings on it, make it official.
That'd be sick.
But yeah, steeplechase. Shout out to the steeplechase. I feel like it doesn't get enough shine, and it's got steeplechase is a catchy name. Like, why are we chasing after a steeple? Is there a runaway steeple? What's going on? That it intrigued me.
I want to turn it into a relay now.
They could probably do a steeplechase.
Like you do the
relay.
sprint, you do the hurdles, you have to jump in the
from
puddle.
One steeple to the other steeple, and then you get to live in that steeple.
I think it would be more fun if instead of it being a puddle that's only like 10 feet long, if they had like 30 yards, but it was like shin deep water. So you had to like really trot through it and get high knee. Dude, because the high knees would be hilarious. It'd be a great visual.
If you think about it, the steeplechase is just a poor man's Iron Man. Or what is it? A poor man's Tough Mudder.
Well, it's a non-stupid Tough Mudder. Because Tough Mudders are stupid.
Well, that's what they did. They saw the steeplechase, and they're like, what if we did it in dirt and also had to crawl under barbed wire and then do this wall thing like the Marines? Well, what if we just ran it? Yeah, but we can't charge $150 to do that.
When are we going to hold it? Either in the coldest day of the year or the hottest day of the year. No in between.
No, or when it's just pouring down rain and it's going to be miserable.
Well, it's going to suck anyway, so we might as well pick the absolute worst possible days to do it in. Like, what are your hobbies? I exercise in groups of people. Be like, well, that's fucking stupid. After high school, you should never do that again.
What did Kenny Powers say? He's like, I play real sports. I'm not trying to be the best at exercising.
Yeah, it's same thing with CrossFit. It's dumb. I'm so happy the CrossFit fad is over.
No,
people still do it, but they shut up about it now.
They did shut up about it.
I remember when people were pushing like CrossFit should be in the Olympic Games. I was like, you shouldn't be allowed to vote because that's a stupid, stupid idea.
Yeah, but again, CrossFit sometimes it's on ESPN on Saturday mornings, and it's like the CrossFit Championships. I'm like, who's watching?
I'll never, not even on the side TV.
You see how many hang cleans this guy did? That's crazy.
I'll have King of Queens going with no sound on my side TV before I have CrossFit going.
Yeah. Although ESPN's kind of just gone to shit. I have to watch Little League baseball and softball all the fucking time now. That's so stupid.
They should just lean into being the Ocho.
Just be the Ocho.
Give us the weird
tomorrow,
sports.
by the way, we're recording on 8/7/8/8 Ocho Day.
Ooh. In 4 more years, 8828, that's going to be sick.
What about 8888 eventually when we get to 2088?
There's no chance I'm still alive then. I'm not going to make it to 98.
Dude, what if, like, do you think L's going to be living then? She'll definitely be going strong then. She'll be like, fucking, it's Super Ocho Day.
We got to look forward to March 3rd, 2033. That's what we're looking for. Which even that is kind of pushing it for me. 9 more years, the way I live.
It's a long time. 2 presidential administrations, possibly. 3, maybe. On
If there's impeachments, we could have a lot.
That's true. But yeah, shout out to the steeplechase. What else did I have? Oh, I just wanted to bitch about. There's a lot of places I've noticed lately that like they'll be like, "Hey, while you come get your haircut, just have a beer. You can have beer and have snacks. Like, I don't want that." And people brag that like, "Yeah, dude, they even gave me fresh cookies while I got my car fixed." It's like, I don't want you to give me stuff when I go there. Just like, don't, like, that shouldn't be in your commercial that you can make a smoothie while you wait. Just like, let me know that you're going to fucking fix my car and get me the fuck out of there. Sports clips, you get a pass because that's how it's always been. Hey, get your haircut here and you can watch TV while you get your haircut. And then we give you a little massage gun at the end. And I'm like, that's tight. I'm here for that.
I'm not.
But like, there's haircut places like, yeah, dude, like while you waiting for your hair, you can have a beer. And I'm like, I don't fucking want a beer when I go get my haircut. Like, you know what? I don't want anything. I want you to be like, yeah, have a seat. We'll be with you in 5 minutes. All right, here you go. Done. Like, you want me to be having, hold on, can I slip my hand out from under this fucking cape that you put over me and drink this beer that I have hair in now?
Like, I'm not going to say...
Can you make me another chocolate chip cookie? We just had, we got the hot dog on the warmer right over there if you want to go. No, I don't want that. I want my car back. Give me my car.
Yeah, but what if they had the pretzel guy from The Office?
No, I want to get in and I get out. Like, I don't want you to advertise like, we also got this. We've also got this. We've also got this. Give me the thing that I go there for.
Yeah,
I don't want to do activities there. We have an Xbox.
I'm not going to
play
say
that
no.
while you get your car tuned.
I'm not going to say no to a free beer, even if... I don't think they would put it in a mechanic shop because I don't think they want to be feeding you beers before you drive away in your car. But I don't think guys should ever be able to go to somewhere where there's... Like, I don't even like sports clips. For me, if you're a guy, you go to a barber shop. It's a small, like...
It's got the little curly thing on it.
Yeah, it's got the curly thing.
Cane.
It's got like 4 top 6 chairs. There's one TV in the corner. It's probably playing like Ellen. Like, I don't know why, but it's always Ellen. Even if it's like a dude's barbershop. Like, women,
Ellen
you get salons.
is a big one. Or cars.
I don't want beers in my
car places
barbershop
always have
because
Ellen.
I don't want people chatty in there. I don't even talk, not that I go anymore, but when I did get haircuts, I wouldn't talk to the guy. I'd be like, he's cutting my hair. I'm going to sit here in silence. You're going to ask me once or twice, how's it looking? I'm going to say, good. Because I don't know. You're the one cutting my hair. You tell me, is it looking good? Are you doing your job correctly? At the end, even if I hated it, which I never did, I don't care. But even if I hated it, I'd be like, thanks, here's $20. I'm not going to complain. It's a fucking haircut. It'll grow back. But I'm with you. Yeah, stop giving extra stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, if I do,
like that, and
if I do have
like,
to sit there, like actually at a mechanic, I think would be sick. Because I'm just sitting in the waiting room. You're giving me beers. That's awesome.
But then I'm just going to get mad the more I drink the beers. I'm going to be like, where the fuck's my car?
See, I'm not a piece of shit.
Because then I'm just going to try and crush as many beers as I can.
You're the kind of dickhead that drinks beers and gets aggressive. I drink beers and I actually like people. That's the only time.
It depends on what's going on. If I'm getting heated, I'm going to be madder. Like, whatever my emotions are at the time, it's just going to amplify that. That's what alcohol does. And my decision-making is already going down. So, like, if I'm already mad, then it's not going to help my decision-making process. I'm just going to get madder. If I'm already happy, I'm just going to get goofier.
See, it's a mood improver for me. It's not a... People are like, alcohol's a depressant. Not for me. It's basically an upper for me. Booze is my drugs.
It's fun for me, but like for football, like I can't really drink to watch Giants games. It makes me get like incredibly angry compared to sort of angry.
See, luckily, my football team's been pretty good my whole
Well,
life, so
we're
I haven't
turning
had to
that
think
around.
about it.
We'll get to that later.
But for me, drinking is just an activity I do during football regardless. I don't think of it as, now if the game's going bad, I'm like, okay, I'm going to hammer booze because I'm gonna dull the pain here. But it's just, drinking is a hobby for me. It's what I do.
Yeah, you're pretty good at it. Hey, we also have football every week until February now.
Football's so fucking back, dude.
Hell yeah.
Did you see the Packers are going to play starters in the preseason?
I did see that. We'll talk preseason here in a little bit.
Okay.
In a little bit. Let me wrap up my last thing I had for the Precome segment. This is a new introduction to the show. I just want to call what's on Alex's algorithm this week, because I feel like it was Corey Feldman a couple weeks ago I told you guys about, and then last week it was body cams, and we got into body cam cinematography. A lot of people agreed with you. Body cam cinematography at an all-time low. My new TikTok algorithm this week is gorilla catch a predator guys. Like guys,
you got to respect the work they're doing.
Guys that go out and like find catch a predator dudes on their own. So like my real thing that I've taken, and I watch the videos? Yes, I watch the videos, because it's like they'll confront a guy at a Walmart, like, you try and meet up with a 10-year-old? What the fuck's your problem? And then they yell at the guy. Are they staged? Because they feel like you're not a cop, you can't do all this stuff, and they just basically try and harass somebody.
Citizens arrest, dude.
They don't citizens arrest them. They usually end up with the person leaving. I don't know if it's fake, or also at the end of the day, and I'm not saying that they're bad people that are doing this. I think their heart is in the right place. But at the end of the day, if you are trying to catch dudes talking to underage kids and you are not a cop or any sort of law enforcement anybody, when it boils down to it, you're just a grown person chatting with like an underage kid, right?
No, you're a grown person posing as an underage kid chatting to adults.
But you are the adult in, like, it's the people that are trying to catch these people. You think you're playing the role of the kid.
Yeah.
So you just, like, I don't know.
Which technically, I guess, could be seen as entrapment.
I don't know. Chris Hansen got it well. Chris Hansen got it. He was working with the cops, and it's like when you don't have the cops working with you, it feels weirder. Does that make sense? Like, at the end of the day, you're just like pretending to be a 10-year-old girl talking dirty to like a 40-year-old guy.
Yeah, no,
I think you're
weird.
trying to do, I think your heart's in the right place, but maybe that's not the best execution of it. Will I watch the videos? Yes. So then they're getting what they need out of it. But also, aren't you kind of hurting your own, like, you're taking the fish out of the pond, so you're going to run out of videos to make eventually if you catch all these guys.
I mean, that'd be good.
That would be good, but then where's their content? They're monetizing these videos.
I think then they just moved to man on the street stuff.
Man on the street stuff.
Yeah. My algorithm is a lot of boobs.
Boobs are cool.
Like, I loaded it up. First one right there. Big old titties.
Sick.
Big boobs.
Robert, you see those? Show Robert. What do you think of those?
I don't want to put it in the camera, but that's literally the first thing.
Yeah, Robert, pretty nice.
Big boobs.
Would you? Motorboat those SOBs?
But then also, I've got Game of Thrones dude topless.
Robert's not.
That's man boobs.
Nice. Show Robert.
Robert.
See, we're equal opportunity.
You watched House of the Dragon, right? There you go.
I haven't finished the second season, but yeah, I've watched
Dude,
it.
I can't believe the ending of House of the Dragon. I was so pissed about the end of it, dude. What the fuck? Can't believe they killed all those dragons.
I actually haven't watched any of
And
it.
then
but
Iron Man came in.
I guess they didn't do the big dragon fight. I feel like I heard. I guess that's coming next season. Like, just get to the fucking dragons.
Where's Bran?
There was a really cool dragon fight in the most recent episode that I watched. Season's over. I'll say it was episode 4. Episode 4 of season 2. There was like a big dragon fight.
It's going to take me 8 months
really
to
cool.
watch this. Because I'm going to make myself rewatch the first season because I don't really remember what happened in it. I kind of do, but I need a refresher.
But you got a new season of NFL starting soon.
I know. That's why I said it's going to take me like 6 months
Yeah.
to get to this. I've also been rewatching King of the Hill, so that's taking up a lot of my time.
I want to start talking about like football season like it is an actual television. Dude, this season fucking is mid as fuck. The finale better be good.
Dude, yeah, but like we all see where it's going. It's just going to be the Chiefs again. Like we all know.
The writers got to change it up, man. They got to change it up.
They're following the book too closely, in my opinion.
Okay, what'd you guys have for pre-com segment? I do have Robert Felines. Don't let me forget to do that before we wrap up.
I just wanted to give a little shine to the Vietnamese. I don't think they get enough credit for their sandwich acumen. Because
I didn't know where that was going.
Yeah, dude, I was just thinking about.
I was like, you're talking Vietnam War? What?
I was
what's going
making
on?
a sandwich at work today. I was making my lunch, and I was like, you know what? Sounds really good. I like banh mi's. I'm gonna throw some carrots in this bitch, bro. Throw carrots on your sandwich.
What is banh mi? Explain it to me like I'm 5. I know that it's
So it's
Vietnamese
like
food, but I
there's
thought it was
different
like
kinds
ramen.
of meats that they do, but I always go. It's like shaved pork, kind of. And then it's got like jalapeno and like carrot slivers and cilantro on there. And it's fucking great.
It's a
dude.
sandwich?
Yeah. And it's like on like a hoagie roll that's kind of crispy. So like it's not like a crunch that goes to it, but like it gives a little firmness to the bread and it's toasted. It's fantastic.
Yeah,
And
I thought
like
it was
carrots
like
on the
ramen.
sandwich. The only thing was like our carrots, we steam them first so they're a little bit softer. So it wasn't that like snap to the carrot, but like soft carrots on the sandwich, fantastic. I was already thinking about ways to improve it. I'm gonna squish down the carrots kind of like it's guacamole and use that as a spread on the sandwich bun the next
Okay.
time. It's gonna fuck. It's gonna fuck so hard.
Dude, do it.
So I just wanted to shout out to all the Vietnamese out there. I appreciate what you guys are doing in the culinary world.
V's up.
I still have never had pho though.
Yeah. Are we going to just Squid Game that?
No, someday I don't go out to eat.
But let's just
And, like,
Squid Game. Like, I kind of like be
I
like,
feel like-
I'm anti that.
I feel like pho isn't something that you can get to go. And people are like, what are you talking about? You just order it to go. But like,
It comes in different stuff.
What
You
is
just
it-
get the
what does it
broth
come
in a
in?
cup.
yeah, like what does it come in?
And
That's
then
my
like,
thing.
here's all this other stuff you put in it. Like, just all of it?
And I don't want to like build it at home. I want it presented to me all ready to eat.
Yeah.
But I
like,
don't go
when
out
you
to
get
eat,
tacos
so.
to go sometimes, how they give you, like, if it's like real, like street, like Mexican street taco style, like they're like, here's all of the little to go cups with all of your sauces, and then here's a little thing of cilantro, and here's a little thing of this, and then if they don't do the cool thing where they wrap the lime and the foil, and they've got all this stuff just wrapped into the foil for you, like you got to put it all together yourself. Like, now this is a chore,
Oh, but I mean, that's just tacos.
but it's still a chore sometimes. I want it done.
And actually, I appreciate them giving me all the different sauces. I'll dip into this one. I'll dip into that. Okay, that one's a little too spicy. I'm still going
Yeah.
to use it. It's great flavor, but I don't want to ruin my butthole later. So I'm going to stick away
Don't
from
wanna
that
do
green.
Don't want to do
I'm
that.
just going to use the red today. I had coffee. I can't be mixing coffee and
Right.
tacos. That's just asking for
A problem.
a real problem.
Real problem. Robert, what'd you have for Precome segment today?
I appreciate that we can have we have the TV on here because we can play the Astros here at work, but it's also very distracting. I don't get to watch many games,
Yeah.
so like that's what I appreciate. Like, oh, this is nice. I can actually watch the game rather than just on the radio. But
So you like doing the podcast in person. You want to come back to this every day then?
the Astros don't play day games.
Every Astros
Wednesday.
day game, though, on Wednesdays. Are we doing it in person? I think we just locked that in.
Yeah, so we're all kind of people watching the video and like, why does Alex keep looking left and Pat's not looking at us? The camera's shaking because Robert keeps turning and bumping into it.
We have ultimate distractions on. Like the Astros on the big TV, and then I have my iPad with the Yankees on too. So super cool.
I mean,
Super cool. But hey, I don't feel like we've been super distracted. We may look distracted. But watch us on YouTube. Watch us on YouTube. And then also, you know what I decided? We're going to give away a Gravy Gang shirt. There's going to be a secret, like, little hidden Pass the Gravy logo. And we're not going to tell you where it is on the podcast, but you have to watch the entire episode. And if you can find the PTG logo, make it like the American flag logo with like the red, white, and blue Pass the Gravy logo. We're going to have that hidden somewhere in the YouTube video. And if you find that, screenshot it, and then at Pass the Gravy Pod, hit us up on Twitter, and you're going to win a free Gravy Gang 2024 shirt.
Sick.
Yeah, we're going to do that. So don't forget to watch every frame of this YouTube video. And then once you finish it, start it over again if you didn't watch it.
Yeah, put
and
your
then do it
phone
again.
down.
And then
Pay
get
attention.
all of your friends to also watch it, and then just scroll frame by frame. But hit play and then like it too.
Or if you're not going to pay attention to every frame, just have it constantly playing on your laptop the
Yeah, so you'll
entirety
catch
of
it
the day. Yeah, eventually you'll see it.
Eventually you'll catch it. So just watch it. YouTube.com/@PassTheGrade Podcast, or just Pass the Grade Podcast. Subscribe, please. YouTube, don't forget.
You know what'd be really funny is like if they weren't gonna watch it all the way through, if they just like screen recorded the YouTube video so then they can play it back later instead of just going to the YouTube.
That would be really funny. Somebody do that. And then be like, I got it. And it's just the full podcast screen recorded.
But you said
Was this it?
screenshot.
Yeah, it's got to be a screenshot, not a screen recording. But definitely somebody do that too.
That would have been if somebody actually had done that on their own without us figuring out. We're like, fuck, well,
They're
they
good.
hit the loophole. Damn it.
But yeah, just keep an eye out if you're watching the YouTube version. What else, Robert?
What are your felines?
Oh, we got Robert Feelings. Okay, Pat, you brought one in, huh?
I got one.
All right, what you got?
It's a song. All right. French Melanin. It's a rap song.
Oh, I can't say that. Inwards in Paris?
There you go. I was watching the Olympics.
Melanin, skin color, up.
I was watching the Olympics today, and it just popped in my head. I was like, ooh, what if he accidentally says it?
Oops.
Technically, Robert can say it, but he won't.
Robert could say it, but he's respectful.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
All right. I've got 3 for you this week. This is an appliance. Vagina cooler.
Vagina coolers. Icebox? No.
Nope. Close.
No.
Maybe close.
I mean, cooler, ice, vagina, box. I mean, that could have been it.
Right.
Let's see. Vagina cooler. It's an appliance.
I got it. This is the first one I've ever got. Box fan.
Nailed it. Nailed it. There we go.
That's phenomenal.
There we go. All right. Box fan. That was a good one, Robert. All right. This is a place. Brown Rock.
Brown Rock.
Place that you would go. A location.
Is it like, are there multiples of these, or this is a specific?
This is a very specific place. It's very large.
Brown Rock.
They made a TV show about it.
Yellowstone?
Yep. I was like, I can't say plays and TV show. If you can't get it, I'm going to give you the TV show hint. All right. That was, can you see what it did? Brown is not yellow.
Yeah, that's
Rod.
what fucked me up. I was trying to
There you
think
go.
of brown. I was like, poop?
That's what Robert Feelings do. It makes you think.
As soon as you said brown, all I had in my head was
That's
poop.
just poop. You're like, shit, Stone?
I was like, Poop Mountain? What? Is that a place?
All right, last one. This is a saying or a phrase. Daffodil Ranger. Something
Flower power?
Nailed it. Nailed it.
That was good.
I don't get how the ranger goes in.
I was going to say something that maybe like a hippie would say.
Like Power Ranger?
Flower power. Yeah, that's exactly what it was.
Oh, good. Nice.
That's what Robert feelings are. Like, it's like stuff you could associate with other stuff. It doesn't always have to, it doesn't have to make sense, but as long as you can get there, that's
I mean,
what
I
it
feel
is.
like it helps a lot when it makes sense.
It does make sense,
This
though.
was our best round of.
We
Robert
nailed
Feelings.
this.
We're
Way
3
to
for
go,
3.
everybody.
We're
4
4
for
for
4.
4. Yeah.
Well done, everyone. Well done. I hope everybody at home also enjoyed those. We'll put that clip up. They'll be like, this is an easy game. This is an easy game. And then we'll come up with impossible ones next week. Just ones that don't even make sense. Dog shoe. What does that mean? That means peanut butter and jelly sandwich. How?
Well, dogs can't have peanut butter.
Exactly. You
and
should have known
shoes
that.
aren't sandwiches.
You should have known that. It's the beauty of Robert Felines. And if somebody tells you yours sucks, you can say, no, it doesn't. But then if you don't get theirs, you're like, that one fucking sucked.
Just tell them back you don't get it.
You never get it. If you have to ask, you'll never know.
It just went over your
You'll
head.
never know. You fucking daffodil ranger. You motherless fuck. I did call somebody motherless the other day, and I just was trying it out, and it feels so mean.
Yeah, I did it the next day and then forgot.
You just like, oh, did your mom die? Like, no.
Yeah, almost immediately when we were done, I'm like, oh, actually, that's not kind of me.
It's like old school when you're like, oh, yeah, well, your mom's dead. Like, we used to say that when we were kids and just hope you never ran into somebody with a dead mom.
Then as you get older, you're like, oh, God. The
People would
odds
be
are
like, yeah, well,
going
my
up.
mom's dead. And you're like, well, or no, that's what it'd be like, I fucked your mom. They'd be like, my mom's dead. And you're like, I don't believe
I
you,
don't
but I
know
can't
what to
call
say
you on
back
it.
to that. I'm sorry for your loss.
Like, I don't believe you, but if I double down and I'm wrong, I'm a real dick.
Yeah. But then also maybe that's just how I am. Robert Feelings.
I mean, I
everybody.
am a dick, so.
Yeah. Robert Feelings are fun. I like that. It's a fun little wrinkle that we kind of came up with.
I love it.
Shout out to Raymond who really came up with it. But we stole it and now made it our own. I like that.
Oh, I just thought of one more.
Let's go. While
okay.
we're on it.
It's a place.
All right. Yellowstone. It's Yellowstone.
Batman fish.
Aqua Cave? No. Robert, you got to do this. You got to figure this out.
You
So
said
then-
Batman Cave?
Batman fish.
Batman fish.
It's in the northeast of the United States?
Fuck. Northeast.
Cape Cod. Because Batman's the Cape Crusader.
Okay. All right. Fair.
Shit,
Fair.
I shouldn't have done that one. Now we're 4 for 5.
That
Hey,
was-
4 for 5. That's still a great day.
We'll cut that part. We'll just cut that part. That's fine. We'll use that for next week. All right. Let's move on. Let's move on to the Comeback Kid segment where we tell you guys what's back in the news this week according to us. It's brought to you by PassTheGravyMerch.com. We were just telling you, if you're watching, you better be watching the YouTube version. There's a Pass the Gravy logo with the American flag logo somewhere. Not now, maybe.
Is it on my hand? You don't know?
Maybe. Is it right here? I don't know. Maybe. But it will appear at some point in this episode. And if you can find it, you can get this Pass the Gravy Gang 2024 shirt. Because there's a lot of candidates out there in this world. And maybe they suck at picking games. They might not be good at gambling. But the Gravy Gang, probably the best at gambling. So you want to get a Gravy Gang 2024 shirt. You also want to go get a PTG dad hat. We got the summer hats. Summer's still going on. I know everybody's going back to school and stuff, but like, it's still summery. It's 99 degrees. It's 98 degrees as we were recording this. So it's still very summery. Get the dad hats, the tie-dye dad hats, the PTG logo shirts. Get the icy shirts we got there. We got the shorts. Very good for short season. Best shorts, most comfortable shorts that you go to PassTheGravyMerch.com. If you get anything, tag us. Let us know you're supporting the pod. That's how we keep Robert around. We can keep Robert around that way. Ashley basically just bankrolled us for Robert for a whole summer by buying a bajillion dollars worth of stuff at the store. But Raymundo Benavidez got his Gravy Gang tank, and I think he got some stickers too. Shout out to Raymundo as well for supporting the Gravy Gang 2024 shirts. The real campaign you want to support this coming election year. Who cares about politics? We're all about gravy, right? That's the real party you want to be a part of.
Gravy over ticks all day.
Gravy over ticks all day long. PassTheGravyMerch.com. PassTheGravyMerch.com, the official sponsor of the Comeback Kid segment. It's the Comeback Kid. The Comeback Kid of the week. The Comeback Kid of the week. Bitch. All right, our first Comeback Kid this week. Going back to the Olympics, we're going to go with America because America is fucking back, baby.
So back.
Right now, America is kicking China's ass. Suck it, China. In the gold medal count, we have like 30 more total medals than whoever's in second, which I think is China also. So suck it. And then so America now has the we're winning the Olympics, Super Bowl title, SEC title, national championship, World Series. What else we got? We got Stanley Cup, MLS Cup. Miami won the Leagues Cup of the MLS, so we got that too. What else?
Little League World. Wait.
Probably gonna 50-50 chance to win Little League World Series.
We're just gonna go ahead and say we're gonna win.
We're gonna win that. We're on a
streak. We're on a hot streak.
I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of hate coming America's way regularly, and these it's always like, oh, these Americans, can you believe what they're doing? It's like, I don't know. Why don't you win a championship, England? Why don't you fucking do something like that, Pierce fucking Morgan, before you talk shit, dude?
Yeah, you guys got your own riots going on right now. England.
I don't even talk about that. You just can't win fucking championship. You got a
Can't win
championship
shit.
drought. Maybe if you focused on winning titles instead of fucking telling everybody else what they should be doing, you wouldn't be such a fucking shitty country. And by the way, ever forgot about the Revolutionary War, England? Huh?
Every year, it's coming home. No, it's fucking not.
Oh
England.
no, we lost another World Cup.
We invented this sport and we're not good at it anymore.
Oh, no, the Euros.
The last time we had the best player was David Beckham.
David Beckham. They have Jude Bellingham now, and I think he might be the best player.
No, it's still Messi.
You're right, Messi's still the GOAT.
And where is he?
Messi's in Miami.
Which is in?
It's America.
There you go.
So the GOAT.
We have the best player in the world now.
Because
America has the best player in the world.
Cristiano goes to play for the terrorists. So he's not.
Well, he was never the best anyway.
Yeah, that's
it was
why
always Messi.
If Messi had gone there, we would be like, Messi would have never done that. He's like, I go where the winners go. It's
Ronaldo's
America.
a cheap goal merchant, man. He just knocks
Yeah,
in.
that's really what he is.
And that's all he can do is score.
Penaldo.
Can't pass.
He can only kick penalties.
Yep.
That's really all he does. That's what they call him. But America's back. Really, with Noah Lyles, fastest man on earth. I don't know why that makes you the fastest man on earth. I think the 40-yard dash should make you the fastest man on earth. Whoever the fastest 40-yard dash is, I'm sure that other people smarter than me were like 100 meters is how you can really tell. The 1,500-meter one, that's almost a mile. It should be a mile. But if you run a mile fastest, that's the fastest man to me.
But that's long distance. So that doesn't count.
It's not that long though.
Shut up, it's long.
But if you think about it, it's Robert.
4 trips around the track, dude.
Robert, do you know how fast you can run a mile? Think back to like school.
No idea. A mile, 20 minutes? I have no idea.
You could definitely run a mile faster than that.
No, 20 minutes is what I would do.
You could run a mile in 10 minutes.
10 minutes? Okay.
Easy.
Yeah. I was never
I'd say
timed
max
that way
12.
in school.
You never
So
like in gym class? Like, so we did
No.
football and we did athletics and stuff, but like that was a big thing in like 8th grade. I remember we had to run the bulldog mile. And like we would have to run the full mile, and like I could get to like 5 minutes at one point. I was about 5 minutes, a little over it, and I felt like such a fucking fast motherfucker. It was like if you can run a mile there, and I think it was the 4-minute mile was like the record that people had for like there was no one will ever beat that. And these guys were like just at 4 minutes, I think. But I feel like you can kind of gauge like to how long it takes to run a mile because a lot of people have had to run a mile before. So
I mean,
like you can measure like, okay, well I run a mile and I can do 10-minute mile. You know, if I'm running on the street, I can do a 10-minute mile. And I can, okay, so dude, they finished 6 minutes faster than me. That's fucking crazy. You can kind of gauge that. I don't know how fast I run 100 meters. I don't know how fast I run 200 meters. But a mile, like that's a good gauge. 40-yard dash, that's another good gauge. I don't know what my 40 time is, but it's probably like 6.5 now.
The last time I did the 100 meters was in 8th grade when, and the only reason I was doing it is because we had the Fat Man Relay. So it was all like shot put and discus guys doing it. And it was the favorite event of everybody in track.
Yeah.
And the last time I ran a mile was senior year of high school. And I don't know the time because it was the baseball team running it. And as I got to the last 100 meters, the coach who hated me looked up and saw it was me and just turned and walked away. Didn't even give me my time. So I didn't even finish it. Like as soon as he turned and walked, I was like, okay, I guess this is my time to peel off the track and go back to the locker room. I'm not finishing. You won't even stand there as the coach? Screw you. I hated that guy. He was a dick. But, yeah, no, running is point. I do get why the 100 meters is the fastest, like the barometer, because even 100.
Why not 100 yards? It should be 100 yards because we're Americans and we're the best. And it's
Yeah,
like,
well,
can you
no,
run a football field though? Like run a football field. I don't want to know. I don't want to know meters. Like if we win all the wars, we should get to determine how the units of measurement are in the
For
Olympics.
sure. Well, I mean, we win. We determine. And I would like it to be 40 because of football, but like.
It should be a 40.
But give it an even 100. But 100 yards, yeah.
100-yard dash.
Do that. What's the difference between 100 meters and 100 yards? Yards is longer,
A
right?
yard is 3 feet. I know that. See, I've been trained in football math. I know my sevens
I don't know
timetables.
Meters are stupid.
I could do 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42, 49, 56, 63, 70, 77, 84. What you got?
100 meters is 328 feet.
So
How many is 324 divided by 3?
sorry, you got to do exact ones. How many meters is 100 yards?
But do
That's what-
324
that's what I
divided by
need.
3.
How many meters is 100 yards? I'm not trying to do math here, man.
He is, though.
How many, what?
How many meters is 100 yards? So do 100-yard to meters conversion.
This is some riveting podcasting right
100 yards to meters, so 91 meters.
Okay, so it would make it a little bit shorter if we did 100 yards. I'm fine with that.
now. No, I want to do full yards.
But here's the thing. Don't do it on a track anymore. It has to be done on grass.
On a football field.
Yeah, on a football field.
I like that.
And you know what? We'll go back to the track when another country beats us in the Super Bowl.
Fair. That's
Yeah.
fair. Yeah, when you have more Super Bowl titles than us. Or Olympic golds. But you don't because we're the best.
Because we're the best.
Yeah.
All right.
So shout out to America. Big come up for America. Also back this week, we talked about him a little bit last week, Snoop Dogg. Because Snoop Dogg has been everywhere at the Olympics. I was saying last week, I was like, Flavor Flav and Snoop Dogg, I thought were going to be run into the ground and be incredibly annoying by the end of it. I love every second of it. I'm still kind of digging Snoop Dogg. I don't hate Snoop Dogg at all.
He's just likable.
It watered it down a little bit, though, when I found out that they're paying him $500,000 a day and all of the expenses are paid to be there.
Yeah, I feel like we could have done the first week.
They could, but like, he's Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, but like
He
also,
could just hang out in Paris. He's rich.
and granted, I'm not paying that close attention anymore, but
I am.
when I saw Snoop Dogg at the Olympics, I was like, hell yeah, he's rooting us on. And then the second time I was like, oh, cool, he's at this event now. And after that, I was like, oh, I don't care anymore. Like, it's awesome. I love Snoop, and it's cool that he's there. I don't think we need to be who's paying this? Is this tax money?
Probably.
Is this tax money that we're giving?
Biden's America.
$500,000 a day. He's making $8 million to hang out for a month.
That's awesome. And like I watch the Olympics all the
Give
time.
me
I'd
that
go
job.
there. I'd hang out.
I'll do it for $50,000 a day. Olympics.
I'll do it for $50 a day if you cover
I'll
all
give
my
you
other stuff.
Regular guy. Just a regular guy at the Olympics watching. Like, I don't understand
You
what's going
cover
on.
my
This is awesome.
expenses to like if I can eat, drink, and fly free in Paris and stay there. I'll go there. Just that.
Yeah, dude, I'll smoke so much weed and cheer on our teams.
Yeah, dude. Is he a fake patriot? Is Snoop Dogg a fake patriot? I think we have to ask the question. I think you might have to say yes.
No, but he's a capitalist. He's like, yeah, I was planning on going anyway, but if you guys are going to pay me to be there, so is he like? I don't want this to sound bad. Is he our mascot? Is he Team USA's mascot?
Oh, he has to be, right? I mean,
think
Flavor
so.
Flav kind of is, but he paid for like the water polo team to be there. I think though.
Nah, Flavor is not like. He was cool for a minute in the 80s, and then he got some run again in the 2000s when he did Flavor of Love. But, like, Snoop has been a constant. Snoop's been there. Snoop's never gone away. Snoop beat a murder rap and then went on to be beloved by all of America doing cooking shows with Martha Stewart. If that's not the most American fucking thing ever, I don't know what is.
But is he a fake patriot?
No.
I think he is. And honestly,
I think he loves our country.
I'm not saying I'm more of a patriot than Snoop because back to UNBC, if you wanted to send me out to the next Olympics, I will go for $500,000 a day, just like Snoop. But I'd also like to announce that I would donate all of my earnings to the troops because that's how much of a patriot I am.
I would not, but I would give some of my money and time to them. And
I
here's
would
the thing,
donate it all
NBC
to the troops because, like, I think they are the real patriots. I'm not a fake patriot. I'm a real patriot. So I'm like, hey, troops, here's some cash.
But like, here's why NBC should go with me. You give me the money, you have me for a year, not just the Olympics. Guess what? I'll do Notre Dame
What do you
sideline
want?
coverage too.
Yeah.
Because Notre Dame's on NBC.
Yeah,
I'll do
they
a
are.
guest spot on Law and Order. They're NBC, right?
Dun, dun, dun.
I'll be a fucking serial killer, or you know what? I'll probably just be the body, and like the
Yeah.
opening, like, oh, he killed
I
a
don't
fat
want lines.
guy. Like, oh, the neighbor started smelling something, but it was only like 12 minutes after I died.
could be
They're
already
like, he's
bloated.
just fat.
You died, but like you were like my side. I could be the actual person, and then you're just me, but bloated, and like they find me 2 weeks later.
So the neighbors found him, and he was bloated and smelled. We think he's been there for a couple weeks. And the coroner was like, he was dead for 14 minutes. He's just fat. He had a couple
He wasn't
burritos.
bloated. That's just how he is.
He had a couple burritos that morning, and it really swelled him up. Too much salt.
So Snoop Dogg back this week.
I think he's a
Also,
real patriot, though.
I'm
He
gonna
is.
say, Robert, what do you think? Fake patriot, real patriot?
I think real patriot.
He
Okay.
loves football.
That's a cool game we should start playing. Just say names and fake patriot, real patriot. We'll post all those clips too. That'll get
Ty
people
Law.
talking.
He was a real patriot.
Real
He played for
patriot,
the Patriots.
real
yeah.
patriot. Yeah. Shout out to him. I was trying to think of something controversial. I don't know. I'm not. We'll work on those. We'll perfect it. Real patriot, fake patriot. Next comeback kid, Stonks. Stonks are back. Robert, explain to us what happened with the Stonks this week because all I saw, I'm not a money guy. I live paycheck to paycheck. So when people are like, did you see what's going on in the stock market? I'm like, no. Can I have $1?
My portfolio has 0 stonks.
Yeah. Robert, what happened to the stocks? Is it bad? Is it good? Are we dying?
No, I think it's just a bunch of people just overreacted.
Did you
It went
buy
too
the dip?
crazy. I think people did buy the dip because the next day it went back up.
So it's good to buy the dip.
It's good to buy the dip.
I like guacamole.
Do you have any crypto friends?
Thankfully, I do not.
I do, and the two of them that I have were like, bro, you gotta get on it today. I'm like, all I see is that everybody's bitching about crypto. Yeah, but this is when you buy it. Like, it's only going up. I was like, look, man, I respect that you like this stuff, but I don't know anything about it. And I'm not going to learn because I'm dumb. And you're very close to football season. And I don't have enough time to look up who I think the Giants are going to have at their left guard backup position. I don't have enough time to like figure out the Giants depth chart in my brain and then also get into crypto. I got other things going on. I'm a father now. You know, like my time is getting thinner and thinner every day. I don't have time to get into crypto.
Plus, if I put my money into crypto, I'm not going to have the money to be placing 3-team spread parlay teasers.
Yeah, dude.
So like, and I have to bet all my picks for PTG picks when the football season starts.
But also, like, bro, you don't have anything invested in the stock market? Why? Because I trust fucking the Chicago White Sox to lose 20 games more than I trust fucking Lilly stock, whatever the fuck that is.
And I'm scared of things I don't understand.
And I don't understand. Yeah. I can watch this basketball game and be like, I know what an under is.
I was told for weeks ahead of time about GameStop. And my buddy was like, dude, just buy it. And I think the shares were like 35. Like, I could afford that. It's when my buddy's like, you should invest in this stock. And I look and it's $185 for one. I'm like, oh, you are wildly
Mr.
overestimating
Moneybags.
how much money I have, man. But I was told for so long ahead of time about GameStop and how it was infallible because this was it was a meme stock that people were buying purposely. We knew what was going to happen just to fuck over all these investment guys. And I did not get involved then because I couldn't figure out how to set up Robinhood. I'm not getting into stocks, guys.
But that's what I didn't understand. Was it Monday when all that was happening?
Mm-hmm. Called it Black Monday.
Everybody was losing their shit. And it's like when everybody was buying GameStop, they just turned it off. Just stopped the stock market. You can't pause. Why didn't they do that?
I don't.
Remember, everybody's like, I can't buy GameStop. It won't let me buy GameStop. And it's like, just hit pause. They're like, hey, things are bad with this GameStop thing. Stop it. And so they did stop it. Just stop it again when it gets bad. Duh.
Well, because
that's why I should be president. I would just be, hey, stock market off. Turn it off.
They couldn't stop it because the people that actually understand this and are in Congress were probably selling all their stocks and making money while everyone else was losing their shit. And they were like, well, we're not going to turn it off because the people in power are still doing well off this.
Somebody that knows
I'm sure
stocks,
Nancy Pelosi sold everything the day before, too.
But somebody that knows stocks, let us know how accurate we were on this because I feel like we nailed
100%.
it. Robert, what else did we forget? We forgot anything on that? You're our stock guy.
No, I think that's pretty much it.
We nailed it.
Yeah, you guys nailed it.
I just don't want anybody to feel left out. Like,
Is GameStop doing okay, though?
how's GameStop?
It's definitely like lowered. I think the meme stock about that is it's over.
Fuck.
Okay.
It's gone down a lot.
What do we shorten next? That I won't be shorting, but I'll be monitoring it. You know what I'll do? I think I have the stocks app on my phone. I won't buy the stock, but I will follow the stock. You know how then it'll be like, hey, FYI.
The only one
Here's
I know.
the 3-letter abbreviation, ASS. Whose ass? Was there an ass on the stock market?
My buddy said to buy AMAT in the group chat the other day, which I think is just like American Materials or something.
Yeah, right. Actually, if it's American, I'm buying it.
Yeah.
Double down. Robert, I'm going to put you as my stock guy, and I'm just going to text you, like, invest in this, and then you'll just have to invest small amounts of money until I'm broke.
Can we start a Muracoin? So it kind of sounds like American.
We were going to do
but it's
Gravy
Murica.
Coin. And it was mirrors, remember?
Oh, I mean, we can have more than one coin.
Yeah, that's true. Ponzi scheme it. Well, this is a discussion for a different time. We'll figure out the coin after this. But yeah, stocks are back because it's good to have stocks now. It was bad Monday, but now it's good.
Stonks are back.
Stonks so back. There's actually never been a time that's been better to buy stonks than now. So yeah, congratulations.
We're financial
to Stonks.
advisors
Yeah,
now.
shout out to us. It's a financial podcast.
I think we need to say that this is not financial advice.
But it
Pretty sure
might
there's
be.
something legal there.
Here's our legal disclaimer. We're fucking idiots. Don't listen to anything we say, even when we say we are financial experts, because we are,
Buy stocks though.
but we're dumb.
Buy stocks.
Buy GameStop.
Buy GameStop. And then what was the other one?
AMAT, I think.
AMTAP.
It was like $sign AMAT. I think that might not even be a real stock, or probably the wrong one.
Is there a $EX? Like sex?
Oh, that'd be sick.
That'd be so sick. I want to see if there is. Totally
You're
fine.
you're about to Google porn at work.
Oh yeah, I can't do that. All right, good call. Robert, you do it.
I'm also at work.
Just don't tell him. Just do it.
Can I do it?
Yeah, incognito mode. All right. Next comeback kid. Ooh. Training camp fights, boys. Training camp fights are fucking back. And so is Daniel Jones, because Daniel Jones is the bad boy of the NFL now. A lot of people are like, Alex, Daniel Jones sucks. He's not good. Look at this little pussy. He can't even do this, blah, 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 blah. Well, yeah, Daniel Jones heard that, and Daniel Jones came back looking hotter than he's ever got. He got a beard. He's growing his hair out a little bit. They were doing joint practices against the Lions, and Daniel Jones saw his lineman getting attacked, and so he just goes in there and pushes one of the Lions guys, starts a whole brawl, and it was like, that's Danny right there. That's our quarterback. That's QB in the red jersey. He said, fuck you. I'm going to get in there. Daniel's battling Lions. Danny in the Lions den. In the fucking Lions den. Daniel goddamn Jones is going in there, taking over. He's the bad boy of the NFL now. Tell me who's more of a bad boy than Daniel Jones.
I think
Penei Sewell. He's like, fuck you, Penei Sewell.
He's the number one Dan now. Like he saw, you know what? We're going against Dan Campbell's team. They think they're tough. You know what? I'm going to get in here and I'm going to bite kneecaps.
He bit kneecaps. And then he was 11 for 11 in passes to Malik Neighbors, and it was awesome. And the only one that wasn't completed was because Malik Neighbors got pass interfered with.
Now that he has a beard, and
So
after
hot
the
right
success
now.
of Dan Campbell, should he be Dan Jones now? Should he drop the yull? Does he need to be Dan Jones?
I think I saw a meme with that. It was like, what was that?
Daniel had a bad year. Dan Jones is about to take the NFL by storm.
Oh yeah. No, it's exactly what that.
Especially now that he's got a real number one wide receiver in Malik Neighbors, who, from everything I've
Absolute
heard,
stud.
is unstoppable in training camp.
Stud. I love Dan Jones so much. Dan God is really what he's always been to me. I'm trying to find this meme.
I did love seeing in Vikings camp, someone put out a highlight and it was like, JJ McCarthy looks unstoppable. And like he did this little scramble out to the right and like flipped it to the tight end down the field a little bit. But every comment was like, the lineman gave up 6 seconds before he threw the ball. He would have been sacked 5 times in this highlight.
But like Daniel Jones, though, is like, Daniel, virgin, can't figure it out, doesn't do this. Dan, slays dragon, fucks models, drops dimes. And I was like, that's my quarterback. Dan God is here. Dan God is here. And everybody knows I was a Dan stan since day one. Even though I said don't draft him, the second he came here, I was like, he's my guy now.
See, that's what it was. You were a Dan stan. He had to grow to become Dan.
I'm a Dan stan. Dan stan since day one.
That's what you got to make the like conscious choice now to just call him Dan Jones.
Dan Jones or Dan God. I like Dan God a lot.
Well, he's got to earn Dan God. Right now he's Dan Jones.
I mean, he's Dan God so far.
But
starting
like,
fight. But he's a bad boy, and it's just like, fuck yeah. This is the best part about football, dude. And like, the hope is there. You still have the hope. No matter who you are, you got the hope. Does kill you sometimes, but right now it's here, and I'm all in. I'm ready to get hurt again. I'm not going to get hurt, though, because our defense is fucking stopping Jared Goff, Kayvon Thibodeau, Brian Burns, looking like fucking studs out there. And I know it's fucking joint practice. You're not seeing everything they're going to show you. But that's the best part about training camp. Like, Daniel Jones throwing dimes to Malik Neighbors. I'm like, that's all that we're going to get in games. And if there's anything bad, like, it's just practice. Doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter at all. If I was a Lions fan, I'm like, this is practice. Why are you getting so excited? But just because my team did the good stuff, I'm like, see? There's a lot of fire in this team. You got
to hire Phillip Rivers to be a consultant for your team. And just be like, we need Phillip, teach Dan about how to have that fire and shit talk the other team. Because Phillip Rivers talked crap the whole game. I mean, he never cussed.
You gall darn losers, you better get your butts over here.
But he was fiery and he was constantly yelling at the other team. Maybe that's what Dan needs. Start yelling at the other team. You just can't throw picks once you do that.
He's so good now, man. Like, I feel like he just found himself. Like
when guys get beards, man.
A little bit of a beard. I might get a Daniel Jones haircut. I think I'm going to get the Daniel Jones haircut. I'm going to go to the haircut place before football season and just like, maybe look like this esteemed gentleman right now.
The strapping young man.
See this hottie right here? I'd like to look like this model. No, he's actually not a model. He's an NFL quarterback. My quarterback.
I am 35 years old, and I want you to make me look like this younger man.
Make me look handsome like this man right here. And I'll also be a badass.
Jaw.
Fucking very strong jaw.
Real
strong arm, too. Strong arm.
Cannon.
Strong fucking arm. That's
I
all
mean, he overthrew
say.
Malik Neighbors on that one throw. That's hard to do.
Yeah.
So,
Malik
like,
Neighbors
cannon.
is so fast.
Cannon.
Very excited. Like, just my stock of the Giants is at an all-time high. That it's
maybe not all-time high.
No, like the potential that I'm seeing right now.
It's at an all-time high of these Giants.
Yes,
this era.
The Daniel Jones led Giants. Dan Jones led Giants.
Dan Jones. There you
Dan
go.
Jones. Oh, fucking. It's right. It's like, and I get to see him on Thursday. Tomorrow, I fucking get to see Dan Jones. Probably won't play. Don't want him to play. Tommy DeVito. I get to see Tommy DeVito tomorrow. Hell yeah, dude.
Are you gonna order some cutlets?
No. That's preseason doesn't get cutlets. Regular season gets cutlets.
But he's not going to play in the regular season because
Ideally,
Dan Jones is going to play 17
because
games.
Dan Jones will.
So maybe get a preseason cutlet in.
Okay.
Yeah.
I might have a preseason cutlet.
Like I said earlier, I'm excited. Like, football's so back.
It's so back.
Today
I've watched every training camp video that I've seen with the Giants. I'm like, well, I'm going to watch it.
I was messaging both of my fantasy leagues trying to lock down draft dates. Like I said,
away.
Jordan Love and a bunch of the Packers starters are going to play a little bit.
Yeah.
In the preseason on Saturday. Dude, I think I'm going to have to get wings. I got to
preseason wings, bro.
It's preseason for us too. I got to get my body in shape. I got to get like a case of beer and a bunch of wings, or maybe I just get a bunch of whiskey
Let's do it. Dude, I'm just getting so hyped right now to talk about football. And then I didn't even realize it until they had a commercial for it today. I know they always do the opener on Thursday. I didn't realize the Packers-Eagles is Friday night.
Yeah.
So it's Thursday night NFL
Brazil.
opener. Little taste. Oh, you thought that was it? Psych. Friday Night Lights in Brazil. We got more NFL football. Oh, you thought that was all? Don't worry. We got college football for you Saturday night. Enjoy that. And then NFL Sunday. All the games. Going to be fucking awesome. And that's going to be great for you because you get to just sit back and watch football the opening day. You don't have to stress because the Packers will have already played.
So excited.
Fuck, dude. And then like we have 3 more regular Sundays.
Oh, I did realize.
And then
Damn
it's
it.
just NFL Sundays.
I just had the realization I was going to go watch on August 31st. The Notre Dame's first game is Notre Dame versus the Aggies in Kyle Field. I was going to go watch it with my dad. He's been playing it for months. He was going to cook all this. My draft is on the 30th, and then I'm supposed to play golf on the 31st. I think I'm going to have to miss the meal. But that's okay, because then I get to watch it at home on my couch.
That's fair. That's fair. I bought tickets to a preseason game yesterday, and I was so stoked. Like, Giants play the Texans, and I was like, people are just going to offer those. I got parking passes, 2 tickets in the end zone, $75. Which that's like a $400 cost. I got it from somebody that I knew. Shout out Coach Volkerts.
Yeah, dude, shout out. My JV high school baseball coach. Probably my favorite baseball coach that I've ever had in my life.
He was a JV football coach for me, I think. I don't know. He did football for a little bit, right?
A little bit.
Yeah, but like I had a coach DM me, and I was like, I never check Facebook messages, and it just popped up. And he was like, hey, my friend's trying to offload his Texans tickets for the Giants next week. You're the only Giants fan I know. Any interest? And I was like, absolutely. I was just looking at tickets the other day. And I was like, all right, he's like $75 for everything. I was like, fuck yes, let's go.
I helped him move out of his house. That's how much I like that guy.
Shout out, Coach.
Shout out Eric Folkers. I love you so, Coach. I still think
Love
about
you,
you.
buddy. Love you, buddy. And I will enjoy the fuck out of those tickets. And it's the best.
I finally got the same gut now, too.
Is preseason football going to it? Like, I know that it's trash football, but that's got to be the best kind of game to go to because I don't have to give a fuck about the outcome, except that, like, just knowing I'm rooting anti-injuries for both teams.
Anti-injuries.
Please, no one get hurt on either team. And then just, like, if anything good happens, hell yeah. If bad stuff happens in like preseason. Yeah, but it's not an injury.
And because, like, Giants and Texans aren't a rivalry, you can
I'm
be
going with
kind
my
of
brother. We're just going to be vibing.
Yeah, and just have fun with it. Like, have fun with the other fans. You're not really shit-talking because it's preseason and nobody's really playing and nobody cares.
We can just say fuck the Cowboys. Like, I can just bond with that. Hey, guess who we both don't like? The Cowboys? You guys get it.
You both wear blue. Different shades of blue, but it's all blue. You're like cousins.
I'm so stoked. Football, man.
Dude, football's so bad. I can, like, feel it in my balls.
Does it give, as the girls these days say, Robert, does it give you the ick when we get excited about football?
No, I'm excited for you guys. I don't really like understand it myself, but like, you know, in a way I kind of do because of baseball. But the thing is, I don't get excited for spring training at all. Like you guys get excited for.
But they only have like a little bit. Spring training is like a whole month. Yeah. And you're like, all right, dude, we get it. And you play when I'm working and doing all this stuff. Like they get 3 games. That's it. That's it. In baseball, they got minor leagues. So like if you don't make the team, you just go to the minors and stuff like that. And it's not everybody, I get that. But like you can send guys down in the NFL. It's like that guy got cut. That guy's not like there's like 8 guys that make a practice squad. That's it though.
There's always like one German dude in the league. Like, oh, is he gonna make? They never make.
Or
the team.
they do as like a kick returner or a special teamer maybe.
God, I'm so excited.
Football's back, baby. Hell yeah.
Hard Knocks is back. I didn't watch last night, but I'm excited to just watch how corny Caleb Williams. He's gonna be such a bust.
Did you see a purse?
I'm not surprised.
Maybe a satchel. I don't want to judge. I don't want the Giants Hard Knocks.
He's gonna be such a bust. Bears fans are so excited. They're like, look at history. Your quarterback's gonna suck.
Dude, it's gonna be the NFC is gonna be run by the Giants and Packers.
You drafted a guy that wears dresses.
12 years, dude. Like, get over it. Sorry, rest of NFC. It's gonna be Green Bay, New York NFC Championship from now on. Dan and Joe. Can we call Jordan Joe? I like calling him Joe.
No, he's a Jordan.
But J.O. would be cool. Just Joe.
I like the J.O.
Yeah? Who doesn't these days?
We got Dan Love. That's what we'll call him combined. Dan Love.
Dan Love. I do like that.
Yeah.
Print the shirts. All right. Next comeback kid. Last one we got this week. No, next to last one we got this week is back to school pictures. I saw it. So I think school started today for some people, but I already started seeing the kids back to school pictures. So get ready for that on your timeline. OMG, I can't believe that just 6 short years ago, little so-and-so was going off to kindergarten and now little so-and-so's in 5th grade. Here's their thing and they want to be an astronaut. Like they have the little chalkboard where it's like, what grade are you going into? Your teacher's this. Your teacher's this. I want to be this. My favorite class is... You don't know your fucking favorite class. You just started school. You haven't even gone. How you know? What if you hated recess this year? What if recess was the worst because there was a bully?
Dude, recess is awesome.
Recess is pretty cool unless there's a bully.
I didn't... Dude, I feel like at recess, you're young. There's no bullies when you're that age.
See, I was not like the strongest guy.
There's no bullies.
I was not the strongest guy, but like I was fast. So if there's a bully, I could run away from the bully.
I didn't have time to bully anyone at recess because I was just playing sports.
And I just like make bigger friends.
You let me outside and I have ADD. Oh, I'm going to run around a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. My mom used to always tell my teachers they would like make me sit out at recess because I don't know if you know this, I talk sometimes. I would get in trouble and they'd be like, well, you have to sit out. My mom's like, you know, like by making him sit out, he's just going to be worse.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
So my mom, she was a kindergarten teacher and she always would, because she had a very ADD, ADHD son, which I don't think is as bad of a deal as everybody makes it seem like it's like the most like hampering.
It's not debilitating at all.
Thing ever. Like you can get over it. You can figure it out. You can use it as like a crutch and be like, oh, this defines me. Or you can just be like, it's ADD. At the end of the day, like I get easily distracted and I just got to figure out what I'm doing. But my mom would just make kids in her class that got in trouble. She didn't make them sit out. She would just make them run circles around like the jungle gym at recess. And she's like, it'll get them tired and then they won't be loud and rowdy in class. I'm like, that's smart. And my teachers didn't do that. And then I was like, guess what? Guess what's fucking happening after recess? I'm going to be pissed off and have all that energy still. You're going to hate it. And then it was exactly what it was like for them.
Yeah, I have to assume all my teachers figured that out because I also never shut the hell up. But they never kept me out of recess. They're like, this moron needs to run off this energy.
Yeah, I do remember I had a teacher, Miss Bainig, I think was her name. And it doesn't matter what her name was, but she was in 9th grade and she was a history teacher and she hated that I was a football player. She hated all football players and she knew that we were in the 9th grade center and you had to go to football practice on the opposite side of the school. And we'd always be like, can we leave? We're going to get in trouble if we're late to football practice. And she would make sure we had to stay late. And then she would just kick us out of class and make us go to the principal's office to the point to where I just would choose to go to the principal's office and be like, cool. I was pals with the fucking like desk lady. It was like, can I get a Coke? A little fridge there. And she'd be like, yeah, it's fine, Alex. You're going to hang out here for 30 more minutes. And she would let me leave. The principal's office lady, like I never talked to the principal. I would just go hang out with this lady. And then she'd let me leave early. And I was like, I'm going to get kicked out of your class every day now. You fucked up. And then she brought a coach in and the coach made me run. So I stopped doing that.
Yeah, that's the worst when your coach gets told you did something and you're like, oh, this isn't going to
go well. You show up to class and the coach is sitting there and then they just supervise the class. And you're like, no, I can't fucking talk. Come on. You know it's not going to be like this tomorrow when you leave, right? You know that.
Or like that. Because they used to use, I'll tell your coach and you don't believe it until all of a sudden your coach is standing in the doorway and you're like, fuck.
And then that's just when I like my give a fuck kind of went away. I was like, look, dude, I can run. I don't like it, but I can run, and I'm not going to stop doing what I want to. I'm not going to stop living my life, all right? You can't make me not be a man.
I remember one time I got down to baseball, and coach was like, all right, everyone get dressed. Pat, don't get dressed in your uniform. Put on your like sweats or whatever it was. He goes, we're going to the hill. I was like, damn it. And then on the way, he was like, grab 2 25-pound weights. And I was like, oh, this is going to suck real bad. Made me work out and then walked me down to that teacher's class, just exhausted and sweaty, and made me apologize. And she just goes, I told you I was going to do it. I was like, you're right.
Now I know you're a rat. Just FYI. I know you're a rat.
No, she was cool. I was in the wrong. I understood that I was in the wrong.
Yeah, I still held grudges. If you snitch,
I just didn't think she was going to do it.
I still hold grudges.
I was like, we've lived down the street from each other for 10 years. You're going to do me like this?
Robert, what was your favorite high school memory? While we were just going down memory lane. You ever get in trouble with coaches? You ever get in trouble? Ever? What was like the craziest thing you did in school?
Yes, but I think then it turned out okay. Nothing ended up happening. I was in middle school and I kicked open a door, and the teacher was like coming up right behind it, and she took me with her and like.
Like you hit the teacher?
No, I didn't hit the teacher. I did not hit the teacher. They were just like behind the door, like I was like coming up the stairs because it was a stairway door, and took me with her and started like writing me up, and then I had never been written up before, so I just wanted to like know the details. Like okay, so what happens now? Like you write me up, and then what happens? And she was just answering, like, who are you? You're not one of my kids, right? And I'm like, no, I have this other, I think it was a math teacher that she was. No, I have this other math teacher. It's like, what were you thinking when you kicked the door? And I told her, I wasn't.
I'm 11. I don't know.
I wasn't. And that's what she said. Like, who are you? Like, you're not one of mine, because one of mine would have just like lied and just said some other thing. And you just said nothing. That you said you were thinking nothing. I'm like, oh yeah, okay. And then I think as soon as I left, she just threw the paper away.
How early was this in the year that she didn't know if you were one of her students?
Robert doesn't talk very often, so Robert probably just blends in.
You know, this honestly really happens. Like, in high school, I think this was sophomore year. I got hit in the eye with a baseball, and my eye swelled. And in my science class, I sat in the first row, and it took like 3 days for my teacher to notice me. That my eye, that I basically only had one eye. This whole eye was completely swollen over. And she just like was talking in the middle of class one day, and she just happened to look down at me, and she's like, "Oh my God, what happened to you?" And I'm like, "This has been here for like 3 days, like a weekend. Like I think I got it on Thursday, and then this was on Tuesday when she noticed it."
This is so foreign to me and Alex because I don't think we've ever had a teacher not notice us.
They're always like, God damn it, this kid.
Like, I heard you were coming, damn it. Before I even get in class, like 20 minutes in, I've been talking like, you must be Pat. And I'm like, my reputation precedes me.
I was the kid that when my brother had teachers that I had, they'd be like, oh, your brother's Alex.
Mm-hmm. I got the same thing. The big Dion. You're Andrew's little brother, aren't you? I was like, yeah. And they were like, damn it.
Not again.
Oh, great. I got another kid that doesn't shut the hell up the whole time.
So that was back to school. Back to school pictures.
Back to school. Yeah, I never took them.
My mom was a teacher. She was big into that.
Well, I mean, I think part of it was also I was the youngest of four.
So
and
they were
at
just over
your
it?
fourth child, my parents...
You can figure it out.
My parents didn't do it with the other ones either. Because, like, we were, like, I think our age group was, like, the very beginning of, like, first day of school pictures anyway.
Right.
So, like, and I just missed it. My parents were like, you're the fourth kid. We're not going to start a new tradition with you. Like, what the hell is that crap?
You fucking stupid. We're not doing this.
They didn't even take a video of my birth. They're like, we already have 3 of these.
You can just,
I'm the only one in my family that doesn't have a birth
just imagine
video.
it.
Yeah.
It's basically what you thought it was.
You came out of there. I was like, cool, Dad. Don't call it there. That's my mother.
Don't call it. All right. Before we move on, we have one more comeback kid. One last one. We're going to start doing this, I think, maybe through the end of the month. But school is starting up for a lot of people, and there's a lot of teachers that are sharing their Amazon wish lists for their classroom. And we know that a lot of teachers don't get paid a lot, and we know that a lot of teachers have to foot the bill for a lot of their own school supplies. So we wanted to help out. Again, if you have the ability to do so, that's all we're asking. But we were gonna highlight a teacher each week. If you want to tweet out the link right now. But this week we're gonna go with our own former Darlin' Like a Marlin winner, David Ruiz, part of the Gravy Gang. He is a Gravy Gang teacher, teaching molding young minds, and I'm sure he's probably playing us in their classroom. Hey, David, play the stocks clip. Where we explain the stock market to them, because then that'll be like, and there's your economics class for today. That's basically, we're just virtual teaching right now. So we're helping you out, really, David. But David has his wish list that we are posting this week. If you feel so inclined to help David out, David Ruiz, it'll be at Pass Your Pod, and we will just tweet out the link. Anything helps. And let's stock David's class up for him this year, right, guys? At Pass the Grade Pod is where you go to check out the link. And then if you would like to submit a teacher, or you yourself are a teacher, hit us up on Twitter. We're at Pass Grade Pod. Use the hashtag PTG Teachers, and then attach your Amazon wish list link, and then we will pick somebody next week to try and stock their classroom. David Ruiz, though, I hope you get all the supplies you need, buddy, and go check us out at Pass Grade Pod, where we're gonna tweet out his link this week. But shout out David and all our teachers starting the school year, either already or coming up soon. You guys are the best. All right, let's move on to the Not Cool segment. And let's just get right into the Not Cool segment. Let's get right into it.
Not cool, man. Dude, that's not cool. Not cool. Not cool. Dude, that's not cool, man. Dude, that's not cool. Not cool. Not cool. Dude, that's not cool. Not cool. Not cool.
All right. If you have a not cool, basically anything that happens to you throughout the week that makes you say, what the fuck, dude, that's not cool, then hit us up at Pass Grade Pod. Use the hashtag PTG Not Cool, and you'll search through them. Unfortunately, I did not search through them this week. I forgot about that completely because my internet sucks at my house, and I didn't do that. So we're gonna all of your listeners submitted not cools this week. We'll just use next week. How about that? That seems fair. I'm not gonna just go and do everyone individually as I'm finding them on Twitter right now.
I'll go first because I just got another one. As I posted David's link right there, I meant to say help, and I didn't realize till I posted it says hello.
Hello.
Because I use swipe to text, and I don't check as I go. So
solid.
Yeah, you can probably tell from context clues that it meant to say help and not hello.
Right.
So yeah, go ahead and roast me for that. My other one is because I'm so fat and I constantly sit forward while I wear a belt. My belt is like, I don't know if you can see it well. You see this right here?
Yeah.
How it's curling. My belt curls like that, and it's not bad. It's annoying. It's just as I'm putting it on in the morning, putting the belt back through the loops, I gotta work it a little bit harder because it's basically a U. Like around the back, it's fine. It's just where the belt meets itself, the end and the beginning. It's like basically a U at those points. Because my fat gut just constantly is pushing down on top of it while my fupa is pushing up on it. So that's a little bit of a problem for me. And my other one is there's some sort of hole in my tire.
Yeah, this is your not cool ass.
Yeah, but like now I'm having to put air in it like every other day, and I gotta. This tire needs to last till like Friday, Saturday when I can get a new one. Ooh. And it's okay. Like it's not.
You think you need a new one or just like a plug? You could probably get like a plug.
I think there's like it's on the tire wall. It's not on the tread. There's like a little mark where I can see. Like on the rim, you can see a little ding on the very edge of it, and right above that, it's like kind of peel. It looks like a rock must have kicked up on the highway and hit that part really hard. So I think that's where it's leaking out of. I'm really hoping that I get there and they're just like, yeah, no, the plug is messed up. We fixed it. It's $4.
Can you just duct tape the whole tire?
I thought about that, but I'm pretty sure the duct tape will go flying as the car is driving down the highway.
Can you glue the whole tire? Can you glue duct tape onto the whole tire?
I don't know. My buddy said, dude, just put Fix-A-Flat in it. And then he was like, he's a car guy. He goes, oh, wait, you might have to look up if the Fix-A-Flat will mess with the car sensor and it'll think it's flat the whole time. I'm like, well, I don't even know how to do that. Like, I'm sure Googling it would do it. Like, I just Google my car and Fix-A-Flat and see if it. But I'm like, I've also never used Fix-A-Flat. I'm pretty sure you just press it up against the tire and it does it. But I don't know, man. I'm fucking lazy and stupid.
You want me to take care of it? I'm a car guy, you know that.
I might need you to. Like, I'm honestly thinking.
Did you put water around it? Do you fill the tire with water?
No.
If you fill it with water.
No, I fill it with air.
Right, but if you fill it with water, then it'll be like a water tire.
Oh, well, that's what they do.
Like water bed, water tire.
Oh, I don't want a water tire, though, because I feel like that's going to burst it even faster. Just have water squirting out the side of my tire.
Be a squirter.
Also, like the Fix-A-Flat, it scares me a little bit because I saw this video not long ago. And granted, this person must have put like 14 cans of Fix-A-Flat in their tire because it was at the mechanic shop. And they said they had Fix-A-Flat in there and the tire felt unusually heavy. And when they take the thing off, it just starts shooting like 7 gallons of Fix-A-Flat out of the tire. And I know 1 can won't do that, but I'm paranoid. And I'm like, this is going to break my entire car somehow.
Right. No, I get that.
Because I'll fuck it up.
I'm dumb, and I don't want to be dumb person that tried to do dumb thing to car.
Yeah.
I've been that guy before.
I'm off tomorrow morning, so I'm probably just going to go pick up a can of Fix-A-Flat. And
that'll be easy.
Yeah.
Or just go to like a place and get to look at it.
Or, well, I mean, Saturday, I got to bring it. I'm going to bring it to the dealer. I do everything because I bought it from the dealership, brand new. Everything goes to them now. I'm like, you guys made the car, you fix it.
Do this thing now. Go.
Yeah. And I don't think this will be included, but because I bought it new from them, I have like lifetime maintenance for free.
That's cool. I'm wondering. I just never go back.
At the very least, I think I won't have to pay for like their labor, and I'll have to just get the tire. I think.
You want free labor?
For something that I paid.
You know what that's called? Slavery. Pat's pro-slavery.
Well,
wow.
It's not me. It's Toyota, which it's a Japanese country. I wouldn't be surprised if they're pro-slavery. So
that's true. I think it's China.
That's what I get for not buying American.
Thanks a lot.
But this car is going to be my car until the day I die. It's going to have 700 million miles on it, still going because it's a Toyota. Shout out Toyota.
Shout out to Toyota.
But I'm not telling you which one because they ain't paying me.
But bleep out Toyota though. And when I said it too. Bleep that out also.
Bleep it only when he
No
says
free
it.
ads.
I'll go next. I recently switched electricity companies.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. This is the first time that I haven't had like the company. I've had the same company for the whole life. But I'm like, this is really expensive. I'm like talking to my downstairs neighbors because we share the same house. I'm like, what do you pay? And it was like significantly less than what we pay. So like I had to actually do shopping around. But I switched to it on Monday, and that same Monday I got a survey like, oh hey, how are we doing? I'm like, I don't know. This is the first day.
I'm not gonna fill out. I hate that.
And then today they were like, oh, review us on Google now. Like it's been 3 days, and you're already asking me to do a survey and review you on Google.
And the more you annoy me about it, makes me feel like you know that it's not going to go well down the road.
Yeah.
And so you're like, leave the review now, not later.
So did you get, is it one of the smaller companies or one of the like the big major ones that says like you get free nights and weekends or like 2 weeks?
No, not those.
Oh.
They're too expensive.
See, that's what I want somebody that has it, and I want to know what their bill is because I'm like, how much does getting 2 days free a week actually help? Like, does that actually like counteract the higher price and bring it down? I don't know. I've also seen those companies that apparently like every month they'll change who you're providing. You pay them and they find the best price every month. But I'm like, but then I gotta get a guy. Like I do my own taxes because I don't want to pay a tax guy and talk to them. I'm not gonna go through a third party
taxes.
It's an Olympic year.
Yeah, dude, I'm a
We
sucker.
don't have to for 4 more years.
How many times a week do we have to cover that I'm a fucking idiot?
You can't do extra taxes. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm
Do you
just an
tax
idiot.
every year?
Yeah, because I'm worried I'm gonna get a phone call if I don't.
Dumbass.
Well, I think they're lower on the 4th year if you
They
do
don't
them
even
every
call
year.
you out. They don't even call you out. If
I
you
don't make
do it
enough
every
money.
4.
See, that's the thing. I think I don't make enough money, but then the second I don't give the government money, they're going to be like, hey, we see you.
We found you.
We'll garnish what little wages you have.
I'll bury all my money. You'll never
But God,
find
no,
it.
but that was my
Not in a
gambling
million
and whiskey
years.
money. What the hell, guys?
My not cool is my internet still is it's the most frustrating part about it because my internet's not out. It's just not consistent where you'll be watching something and it's just like, not now. No, you're not. You're not watching it now for about 10 minutes. All right, now you can. And 2.5 hours, 3 hours later, it's like, nope. Better not be using the internet now because you can't. So that's why we're recording here, because if we were recording online, like if we were doing via Zoom, like we do a lot of times, then it would just like randomly in the middle of the podcast, we would just lose connection. We would have to restart like from wherever we were at that point 4 or 5 times. And it's like, sometimes it's awesome for like 12 hours at a time. And sometimes it just happens 4 times in 1 hour. And I have somebody coming out to fix it tomorrow. I said to send a certain kind of person to come fix it, like a certain kind of tech to come figure it out the last time, and they sent the wrong person, and they were just, they keep doing the thing, like I said last week, where they're like, see, it shows you're online. I was like, I fucking know it says I'm online, man. Watch me play a fucking game of Xbox and watch it cut me off real fast. Watch that. Watch me watch this Yankees game where every time Luis Hill pitches the fucking ball, it buffers. Show me that. Now where's my internet? Now it's gone. Now it's back. Like, that's not what I pay for. I pay a small fortune to you fuck faces all the time. And they did the same shit when I called them. And they're like, hi, so we wanted to know that we will be sending you a survey and we would like you to fill it out. I hope that your issues were resolved. I was like, but you know, like when the survey comes, my issues, like, have all of your needs been met today? I was like, no. If your question is, have I done my job accurately to what you think I should be doing my job? Then yes, because I think you on the phone are trying to help me genuinely. I will never give your company a good rate. I'm just not going to do the rating. I'm not going to review it because I am not satisfied with what's going on. It is not your fault, person on the phone, but I am not satisfied with this. So you can be like, did I ask you all the right questions? Yeah, you did. I'm not going to fill out a survey though. I'll fill out a survey when I have internet.
You should just be like, look at my call history with your company. I call 800% more than the average customer. You think I'm going to give you a good review? Maybe you guys should look at that and be like, you know what? Let's not ask this guy to give a review.
Got some inside people in Comcast, and like they were like, yeah, just call every fucking day. I was like, done. Hey, just want to let you know, I know I do have a tech coming out tomorrow, but I just want to let you know my internet's still not being consistent.
That's why I need to hire you as my call guy. Because I won't call every day. I
You just
won't call
call and just
I won't call when there's a problem.
But my favorite thing though is so they do the thing where they're like, and before, so Mr. Middleton, before we move on, can you please give me your address and your, like, they get all your information? And I was like, no, No, you can't. I called you. You have my phone number, and I'm pretty sure you can pull up all that information. And then like 2 seconds later, the guy read all of my information to me. I was like, saved a step there, didn't we? So you didn't need to know my address or anything. You have it all up because you know when I fucking call you, it goes to my account, motherfucker. Like, don't waste my time. And then they try and upsell you, like, and for just $10 more a month, we can make sure that you have the fastest speed. I was like, fuck you. I'm calling about this stuff. I'm not gonna pay you more. You can't upsell me on this now, you idiot.
See, that's my problem. Is I pay for the fastest speed. I get nowhere near it. And
that's what it is.
I know when I call, they're just gonna be like, well, you're a little too far away from the router. I'll be like, oh, but I pay for the fastest speed and it's still inside the house and I have a Wi-Fi booster in this house. Maybe you shouldn't be able to sell me a product that you're not able to deliver if I'm not physically plugged into the router 3 feet away, because my house only has one spot where the router can go. There's one jack in it because it's an old house, and that's not my room. That's not the living room. It's in the back bedroom. How the fuck am I? You want me to run a 60-foot cord through my kitchen into the? You're out of your fucking mind.
I don't understand the logic with all that. I am still like my conspiracy theory is that all of the cable and internet companies have like some dial, and like they're like, all right, pump all this stuff out. It's going to take up too much bandwidth. Hey, turn it down a little bit in this area. Turn it down a little bit in this area. It's taking up too much, and then. Like you and I call, like, what the fuck, guys? My internet sucks right now. I'm like, all right, there's a lot of people calling out, turn it back up just a little bit, turn it back up.
If Comcast ran...
Now the internet sort of works. Awesome. This is 100% better than when it didn't work. And then we feel like they fixed it, and they didn't. They just turned up that knob. And then they're like, cool, no one's complained here a little bit. Let's turn it back down.
If Comcast ran the energy grid, like if Comcast had the contract that ERCOT has...
We don't say their names. Fuck them.
We would straight up still not have power in Houston from the freeze. We wouldn't. Like the city right now would look like, in say The Walking Dead or
Comcast would.
What was the Pedro Pascal zombie one? The Last of Us. You know how like when they go to a city in those and like the high rises are just covered in moss because the nature has retaken the city.
Yeah.
That's what our city would look like if Comcast was in charge of the energy grid.
And bleep out when we say Comcast, but Comcast, if they were in charge of the internet, if they were in charge of the internet
because
grid,
they need to get as much bad publicity as possible.
If they were in charge of the internet grid when all the power went out, they would have just nuked the whole city and been like, "We're still charging you for last month's bill, but fuck you guys."
Yeah, like we know it's radioactive and you're dead and nothing is livable here, but your contract is still live. So.
No one's suffering from power outages anymore. We killed them all.
Yeah, I didn't get any bill reduction from when I had no internet for a week and a half.
It's a company based in Philadelphia. Sucks, huh? Who would have thought?
City of brotherly douches is more like it.
You, Comcast. But yeah, my internet being out still. Other than that, it's been a pretty good week.
Buttheads.
That's like I would have had an awesome week if that was not my single issue. Like football's happening, and it's like you do understand that like Sunday Ticket's coming around the corner. Sunday Ticket starts buffering, I will fucking lose my mind. I will lose my fucking mind.
People will die.
Those are Pat's words.
I didn't say I'm going to do it.
I didn't correct him.
I didn't say how it was going to happen. I didn't say who it was going to happen to. I'm just speculating that people will probably die.
I don't want to call my good friend Francis Vicente Ocho. I haven't had to call him in a hot minute. But if you think I will hesitate to call Francis Vicente Ocho and Associates to take care of this when football season comes around, be a real shame. Real shame.
It'd be a terrible shame.
8 legs, 8 different ways to fuck you up. That's exactly what they say.
8 legs, 1,000 eyes. Sees everything.
I don't need to bring rope. I can make rope come out of my butt. That's Frankie saying that.
Butt rope is the most dangerous rope.
Butt rope is the most dangerous rope. But yeah, those are our not cools for the week.
Those good not cools.
Pretty solid one. Sorry that we forgot.
And
I forgot the other ones.
The not cool of not having anybody's.
That also is that's a not cool in itself.
That's not coolception.
I'm just gonna do one. That's one not cool that I can read. Nope,
not that one.
Can't find it. Nope, never mind.
Never mind.
Never mind.
Not cool. We said we were gonna do one and we didn't do it.
Okay. Let's wrap it up with the answers segment. We do the Precome segment to start things off, where we bring anything to the table, business ideas, anything we want. This is your turn to do that at the end of each podcast. At Pass Your Pod, hit us up and use the hashtag PTG Answers. You got a high thought, a drunk question you want to ask for us, a relationship question, parenting question. I'm a parent now. I can help you out. Anything that you have at all. You want to get us to power rank things? Do that. We're the best at power ranking things. You want to compare things to ladles? See if something's a better ladle or a better boomerang. Like let's compare. Let's do all that stuff. Hit us up with any question you got at Pass Your Pod. Hashtag PTG Answers. If you want to email them to us, that's probably not going to get checked. But passyourpod@gmail.com is the way you would email your answers questions. At Pass Your Pod, hashtag PTG Answers is the way to do it on Twitter. The answer segment this week's brought to you by littlemshop.com. littlemshop.com. The best air fresheners in the game. You don't want to drive around with those little baby back bitch trees. You want to take those down. You don't want to mess with Texas, so you don't want to throw as Big X the Plug. I don't know if you guys know him, but we don't mess with Texas. If you ain't heard, we don't mess with Texas.
Never.
Big X the Plug, dude. You got to check out Big X the Plug. Learned about him this week. You've heard him.
Never once.
You probably heard him. You just don't know. Bitch, I'm from Texas.
Okay.
I don't know the rest of it.
Yeah, I'll check that out.
You check it out. Big X the Plug. But
I know Lena the Plug.
Big X the Plug would get little air fresheners. That's exactly what he would do. And you would get he'd probably go, he looks like a fresh to death guy, honestly. Fresh to death with the floral wallpaper right there. You can get it for just $3 at littlemshop.com. You could also go with the Out of This World air freshener, the Little Ice scented, Miami Beach scent with the Rad air freshener. All those cool retro vibes that look way cooler than the stupid little baby back bitch trees. They also have compact mirrors, customizable and already made keychains that are great if you're sending a kid to school. You want to give them their name, maybe their teacher's name as a cool little teacher gift. Like, here, I got you a keychain. It costs next to nothing, and you can support the podcast by doing it. They also got awesome stickers and other digital prints as well. littlemshop.com, promo code PTG69. You're going to get 10% off of your order, and if you spend $10 or more at littlemshop.com, you're going to get free shipping. So you get free shipping and 10% off your order when you go to littlemshop.com, spend $10 or more, and also use promo code PTG69 at checkout. That's promo code PTG69 at checkout for 10% off your order at littlemshop.com, littlemshop.com. If you get anything from Little M Shop, let them know you're supporting the people supporting the podcast. Little EM Shop, or they're at Little EM Shop on Instagram and at Little EM Tweets on Twitter. Let them know you're supporting the podcast by hitting up littlemshop.com, littlemshop.com, promo code PTG69 for 10% off your order.
Well, if you just answered the question, why don't you just answer the question? Be honest, no big deal. Yeah, answer the question.
Don't change the subject, just answer the fucking question. What was the question?
Any questions?
All right, our first question this week comes from Andrew Alderman, who says, a female sibling that is self-obsessed, a narcissister?
I think that's just a female sibling, dude.
But a self-obsessed female sibling would be a narcissister.
But a narcissist isn't a male sibling.
But if it was your sister and she was a narcissist, she would be a narcissister. Mm-hmm. Would you say that's wrong? You wouldn't be a narcissist brother, but you would be a narcissist still. But if you're a narcissist and you are someone's sister, I would say you're a narcissister.
I guess, but the word isn't brother. The word narcissist.
Well, that's not.
You're
the
overthinking
discussion
it, Robert.
here.
It totally is. Yeah, it's narcissistic.
This makes so much sense here. Andrew got right to the point. A narcissist sister is a narcissister.
Yeah. I mean, all women are narcissists.
I'm calling your
anyways.
sister a narcissister. But you're being a real narcissister.
No, dude, she cooks me food. I gotta be nice to her.
Well, when she doesn't cook you
I
food
can't.
next
I
time.
can't cut off that well. You
Next
know.
time she doesn't cook you food, do that.
Next time she's like, I'm too tired to cook tonight. I'll be like, all right, narcissister.
Somebody
That works. That's what I'm gonna do. Yeah.
start. People are gravy gang. Just text your sisters. Just be like, you're a real narcissister,
I'm gonna text them
and
both.
then screenshot it to @PassGravyPod on Twitter.
I'm gonna put them both in a group chat with me and be like, hey, which one of you is the bigger narcissister?
And
And then just watch them fight.
And then, if you have multiple sisters, try and get that debate going.
Yeah, they don't get along anyway. So
Just
this
say
should be a
embrace
good one.
debate, and then see if they talk. And I just was trying to have a couple.
I don't think any of them would actually
discussions.
answer in there. They would both just text me privately and be like, dude, it's her.
Well, I need you to tell her. And then you go back to the group and be like, hey, that's crazy because she just told me it was you and you told me it was her. Why don't you guys let's just discuss here.
Screenshot both of them and
is a
send it
group
into the
forum.
chat.
Yeah. Narcissister. Absolutely. You
For
nailed
sure.
it, Andrew. Great start to the answer segment questions. Todd Voss at as_scene_by_TV on Twitter says, is a boomerang a better ladle than a ladle is a boomerang, or the other way around? So does a boomerang make a better ladle than a ladle does a boomerang, or is a ladle a better boomerang than a boomerang is a ladle?
Yeah, no, the boomerang is the better ladle for sure, because you can, it's not going to do a great job, but you can scoop some stuff. Yeah. If you throw a ladle, it's not going to come back at all.
I disagree. I think that the ladle that is a boomerang, because obviously a boomerang is also a ladle. Everything is a ladle. Everything is also a boomerang. They're both the thing that they are trying to become already.
Nope.
That's just like this computer, ladle and boomerang. This phone, ladle and boomerang. This notepad, ladle and boomerang.
Fucking hate you so much.
But I think a ladle would make a better boomerang than a boomerang a ladle, because a boomerang is like very flat, probably wouldn't do great to pour anything. But the ladle, like the cup part of it, I think could catch some air and make it a better boomerang. So I would go ladle is a better boomerang than a boomerang is a ladle. But I feel like I'm in the minority on that. Robert, you're going to go with Pat.
I'm going to go with Pat. Yeah.
Boomerang better ladle than ladle boomerang.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Great question, though. I'm glad that we're bringing the boomerang ladle questions up, and I love that they go away for a little bit, but then somebody always reintroduces it, and it makes me happy.
Yeah, I think what it is people are like, Pat sounds too happy lately. Let's ask some fucking
I'll get
boomerang
him
questions
mad.
again.
I'll get him mad. But great question, Todd. Great question. This is a really good power rankings I'm excited for. I've been excited for this one since I saw it. This is from Alex O, our buddy Alex O, the reigning MVP of the Gravies Awards, at Alex McThunder1 on Twitter, and he says, power rank these semi-aquatic animals. Semi-aquatic animals. That's a very specific power rankings, but he gives us beaver, otter, platypus, penguin, and turtle. Robert, you go first.
Is there a number one pick? A number one consensus, do you think?
I don't think there's going to be a consensus one.
No, I don't.
Really?
Because I think there's one that might have been, but it's not what I'm taking.
I think,
Okay.
I think it's all over the board. That's
Okay.
why this is wide open.
Okay, all right. I'm going penguin number one. Penguin number one.
Okay, there's one that could not be number one. It should not be number one in anybody's, but that was not the answer, so can continue.
Okay.
Penguin number one.
Penguin number one. I'm going otter number two.
Okay, solid.
Beaver number three.
Solid.
Platypus number 4, and 5 turtle.
Okay. I'll go next. Otter number one. Otters, they hold hands when they sleep. They're so cute. They look like my dog. They're just like water dogs. It's pretty sick. So otters, fuck. Penguins also fuck. They're cool as shit. We already talked. I think they were birds. We were power ranking birds, and penguins were pretty high up because it's like, yeah, they can't fly, but it's the principle.
They're sick.
They're just vibes. Vibes, guys. They always hang out together. Penguins are 2. Beavers 3. I love the idea of just like, fuck that water. Fuck that water. Nope. Building this dam.
Be a shame if that water didn't flow anymore.
They can slap real shame if that water stopped flowing. They can slap shit with their tails. They also are a euphemism for vaginas. Like, there's just a lot with beavers that play. Solid number 3. 4 is turtle. 5 is platypus. I feel like a platypus, and I'll let you go. I'll let you go, and then I'll talk about platypus.
I'm also going otter number one.
Okay.
For everything you said. Also, there's these things called giant river otters that can get up to 6 feet tall, and they are vicious looking. So not only are they one of the cutest animals on the planet, they're also vicious.
Be sneaky little snakes.
There's a lot of different kinds of otters, and some of them can fuck you up. Some of them, you're like, I want you as a pet.
Yeah.
Because you're adorable.
Yep.
And you're smooth, and you make cute noises. Mm-hmm. I'm going beaver number 2. I'm a little bit higher on the beaver than you guys.
I don't hate on.
Also, incredibly cute and like cool teeth.
Yeah.
Sick buck teeth. They chew. They can cut down trees with their mouth.
That's badass.
And then also, like, I've seen videos where people have pet beavers in their house, and they'll just like collect all their toys in the house.
They take the dog toys and they block off a hall.
They block off a hallway. That's
funny.
so cute.
It's so funny.
And they've got that tail.
Probably annoying, but funny.
The tail can just go like whack, 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 and just like whack things
That's
with it.
cool.
Dude, they're so dope. 3, I'm going penguin. Nothing against the penguins. I absolutely love penguins. I'm very pro penguin. I've said it before on the podcast. I just like beavers a little bit more.
That's fair.
That's all it is. 4, turtle. Turtles are cool. And 5, platypus. For an animal that you're introduced to very early in life, I don't know anything about them other than they're like a marsupial and a mammal. They're like a cross, and they've got that like bill, and they're a weird looking animal that shouldn't exist in the animal kingdom, but they do.
Yeah, and like whoever you believe in that created Earth or whatever, like, I just feel like a platypus was like put on Earth with like the manatee, and it was like what is it? Your gallbladder you don't really need. Or
Appendix.
You don't really like they're appendix animals. It's like we don't really need platypuses and manatees, but like they're here.
They're there just to be a cool animal for children to learn about.
Cool. It's like duck and also whatever like plat.
But
plat and duck.
I don't know anything about them. Are they an invasive species anywhere? Have they been brought that they're not supposed to be?
They're definitely not invasive, or else they'd be everywhere.
Do they fuck up the environment at all? Are they dangerous to humans? I know nothing other than what they look like.
What's the deal with platypuses?
It's a cool animal. I just know absolutely zero about it. And you know what? Turtles are cool little animals.
They should have been like they shouldn't have made the cut in the animal kingdom, but like they made it on the ark. I feel like, and it was like, how'd these guys get?
You know what they are? They're the quicksand of animals. You learn about it as a child. You think they're going to play a much bigger role in your life than they ever do.
Honey badgers replaced platypuses for us. Because then we learned about honey badgers in high school. And we're like, that's fucking sick. It just fucks up shit. And we're like, I'll watch this.
But you see them on Animal Planet. You never see a platypus on Animal Planet.
You should see more platypuses.
In fact, you know what? Do platypuses exist, or is it just is it like
mainstream media has been telling us lies? Is this Pluto? Is this a Pluto situation?
If you have young kids in the car, maybe turn it off for a second or box their ears.
5
or cover
seconds. 4, 3, 2, last chance. All right, here comes.
Are platypuses like the Easter Bunny and Santa Claus? Do they exist?
You could have just said Pluto, like I originally said.
No, Pluto exists.
Well, because we just are not going to say it doesn't, because I was taught that.
No, but it definitely exists.
Platypuses do exist because they made a Beanie Baby.
Platypuses are the Delaware of animals. Like, people says they exist, but do we have any proof?
Do
we have any hard proof?
Joe Biden.
You think he knows where he's from?
I think he thinks he knows where he's from.
Because he was told
Joe Flacco.
Delaware.
Joe Flacco was Delaware.
He's an industry plant.
My dad was in Delaware earlier this year.
I don't think he was. He was in Northern Maryland.
Dover, Delaware.
Dover.
It's Dover. The cliffs of Dover. Let's go down to Dover, Delaware.
Yeah, and that's a Baltimore accent.
Baltimore.
It's Baltimore. Delaware is just Baltimore.
Delaware. Let's go, Blue Hens.
Yeah, see, it doesn't exist. But you know what? It's also like Sasquatch. It may not exist, but I want to believe in it. So I still like the platypus. I'm just not 100% sure it's real.
I'm in on platypuses.
I'm in on them. I'm in on them. I'm just not confident in any knowledge about them other than that it has a bill.
Robert, what's your favorite memory of platypuses? Since we're going through memory lane. Oh, look how cute they are. They're so cute. It's like a little duck.
Wasn't there one in the TV show?
Duck beaver.
Some TV show?
No, I think. Are you thinking of Two Angry Beavers? Also, great show.
Great show.
Actually,
Norbert and Daggett.
I mean, yeah. So we had the two. Otters don't have a TV show. I don't think we've got.
Otters
we've got the
Animal Planet has some serious.
No, but I mean like
otter content,
like kids shows. Like we had Two Angry Beavers.
Yeah.
We had the Madagascar penguins. We have the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. We don't have any platypus or
platypus are wild
or otter characters,
bro. It's just
we need some otters.
It's just a duck beaver.
It's a duck beaver.
It's a duck beaver.
It's like a beaver fucked a duck somewhere down the line, and it splintered off into its own thing, and somehow was able to keep that lineage going.
It.
That's like its family tree is a straight line.
Like I would have put it ahead of turtles, but turtles are just like cool.
Turtles are cool, dude.
Like from the second you're a kid, I know they snap and all that shit, and they stink. But like when you're a kid, turtles are cool. I'm 35, and turtles are still fucking cool.
They move so much quicker than we were told.
Yeah.
Like you ever see them on ground and like their little legs start going, they can move across the room decently
quick. They can
quick.
win races. A lot of people forget that.
Yeah.
Have I ever told you, Robert, about the tortoise and the hare? You ever heard about that?
What about him?
So, long time ago, there was this tortoise, which is a code name for turtle, and there's a hare, which is a code name for rabbit. And like this rabbit was like, let's just say this rabbit, he was fastest man. He had won the 100 meters, at the Olympics the year before, and he was like, I'm hot shit. And this turtle was like, what's going on? He's like, I'm getting ready to do this race, you fucking piece of shit. And the turtle's like, well, hey, man, we don't need to be rude. And the rabbit was like, yeah, well, you want to get in this race? I'll fuck you up. And the turtle was like, dude, well, you don't got to be rude, but sure, I'm down. I'm a carefree guy. And the rabbit was like, fuck you, tortoise. Let's go. And so he took off and like blew past him. And the tortoise is just like, whatever, dude, I'll just go at my own pace. He put his AirPods in, started going down his road. Like he's like, I'm going to run my race. I'm not going to run your race. And the rabbit was just like, hey, I'm fucking smoking this pussy. So he just stops and takes a nap. And he's like, I'm just a snooze. And then lo and behold, this rabbit fell asleep a little longer than he expected to. Didn't set an alarm. An old tortoise over there passed him up, won the race, became fastest tortoise on earth. That's the story of the tortoise and the hare.
It's like when you see those marathon videos where the dude who's out in front slows down early and like is celebrating, puts his arm, and the other guy just runs right past him and beats him. It's tortoise and the hare.
Yeah, you can go home and tell all the family that. Like, I heard a cool story from my friend Alex. I just came up with that story because it's based on a true story, but I came up with it.
You're a smart man. Elle's gonna learn a lot from you, buddy.
What are we gonna call it? A fable. Alex's fables. I'll make a whole book of it. You guys just wait. You guys just wait till you hear about the scorpion and the frog next week. I'll tell you that one. I came across a scorpion and a frog trying to go across the lake. Let's just say we call it a teaser for next week. All right? Story time. See, this is where the kids can join in. All the teachers listening, you play this for the kids. And then cut it. Where the rabbit's calling the tortoise a pussy. But like, yeah, no, they said that. They say that a lot. That's what they say.
Sometimes people, it's like when you're reading Huckleberry Finn in school and they're like, well, there's going to be some language that isn't quite appropriate anymore, but we're going to keep it in there because it's real.
Or To Kill a Mockingbird.
That too.
All right. Great power rankings, Alex.
Hell yeah.
That was... If we were power rankings from this year, that is a top 5 power rankings.
Oh, it's right up there near the top, yeah.
Keep them coming, gang. I've loved... Like, power rankings is the best thing we've told people to tell us to start doing, probably.
Far and away.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely the best thing we've done. So, shout out to you guys and gals for
Robert
sending us power rankings. Robert Felines is coming up there. Next thing we got is Josh Tree Caudle at Joshua Tree 713 says, what's up with Jeep owners and those ducks?
I don't know anything about this. Do they put duck decals on Jeeps?
J's up. Jeeps. That's what the Jeep people do, right? And then
I know there's a Jeep
quack,
wave.
Quack. J's up. That's a big Jeep
Do
thing.
you know the Jeep wave?
I thought it was just like...
That's what I thought.
I thought you just wave at Jeeps.
Yeah. I don't know if there is a specific...
I think-
is it 2 fingers?
I think it's just 2 fingers. Aren't you like, you're supposed to have your
Oh.
finger on the thing and you're like, hey, and I only say that because I saw a Jeep with a sticker that looked like that.
Oh, okay. I just always thought it was a wave. I didn't realize they had their own like college hand symbol that they do.
Yeah, I always thought it was just the wave too.
If you didn't go to college and didn't get if you went to UT, you have the Hook'em Horns or the Gig 'em Aggies. But like if you didn't go to college, you can still just be like, I got a Jeep.
Does Sam Houston have a hand?
Eat 'em up cats.
Oh, it's just the claw. Okay.
Made the claw.
Which
is also
we also have this because it kind of looks like the state of Texas a little bit.
That
And
also looks like Red
this
Raiders.
finger right here kind of points to where San Marcos is.
This is why you got to watch the YouTube version.
Yeah, right there.
Because you could also be winning a shirt.
Eat 'em up
too.
cats.
Eat 'em up cats with a K though. And then I think bears is Sick'em Bears, and it's the same
Yeah,
thing.
any animal with claws part of your hand
plays.
symbol is just make a claw.
I like that though. It's like, let's not
It's
overthink
universal.
it.
Don't
And
overthink it.
Remember when we were the first ever podcast sponsor of a Sam Houston Athletes, and they did the Eat 'em Up Cats, Pass the Gravy, and they did the ladle, Ryan Humphreys and Cody Crest. Mm-hmm. They were fucking cool.
Hell yeah.
That was fucking tight.
Those
All
are
right.
boys.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. All right. So yeah, the Jeep owners, I did look this up, and apparently you put the rubber duck Jeep on another Jeep. I guess you drive around with your ducks. I don't know. I see them in Jeeps, but I think you're supposed to leave it on another Jeep to be like, I like your Jeep from another Jeep owner. It's like a Jeep wave if you didn't have the wave. Like if you couldn't, like, I don't see Robert, so I can't wave to him, but I wanted to let him know that I, a Jeep owner, also think you have a cool Jeep.
That sounds really obnoxious.
Yeah, I'd be like, don't touch my car.
But what if you get a toy?
I don't want a duck.
You get a cool.
No.
I want a duck.
I would want a duck.
Right?
I'd be like, yeah, fuck yeah, I got a duck.
You know what?
There'd just be ducks all inside of my car.
I was at my parents' house and I was cleaning out some shit and I found a Celebra duck. Do you remember those?
No, I remember Psyduck.
Psyduck was a Pokemon. Great psychic Pokemon. But Celebra ducks, I think, were trying to like compete with bobbleheads, I guess. And they were just ducks. I have a Red Wings Brett Hull Celebra duck, and it's just Brett Hull's face on a duck body with like a Red Wings jersey on the duck body, and he's got a duck bill. But it like squeaks, and it looks like the Jeep ducks. Just Google Celebra duck, and I think you'll see what I'm talking about. Those need to make comebacks.
Yeah, first thing I went was Donald Trump's Celebra duck, and it looks phenomenal.
Yeah, no, it's cool. It's cool.
Like, look at that thing.
I want to get a Celebra duck.
The hair fits so well on a duck. Robert, look at that.
Is there a Daniel Jones Celebra duck? There's got to be. I'll find one. I'll find something cool with Celebra ducks. But
It says, take Quack America.
Make America quack again. Macwa.
There's probably a lot of these on Jeeps out there.
But yeah, so Jeep owners, they give the ducks away. Oh, that's pretty crazy. That's pretty crazy.
Robert, this one's so...
There's some good celebrity
Oh,
ducks, if
man.
you go
There's some
on
good
there.
Donald Trump ones out there.
But yeah, Jeep owners put that to let people know that they have cool cars. Also, you could just be like, hey, sick car.
I want
That
to
seems
collect
like
these
another
ducks
way to
now.
do it.
I see
Yeah.
so many cool ones. Willie
Like,
Nelson.
Move
fucking
over
Dolly
bobbleheads,
Parton.
Celebra ducks. I should find them. I should get the Brett Hull one and put
Ziggy
it behind
Star
me on the
Duck.
podcast room. Yeah. Dude, get a Mighty Duck Celebra duck.
Ooh.
That'd be sick.
Harry Quacker. There's a fucking Kramer one.
Do you
Okay,
think-
no more ducks.
Like if it's available, I have to buy it. But Quacky Robinson.
Oh yeah, because that's the name of your dog's pet duck.
Yeah, yeah. But Quacky Robinson should definitely be like a Jackie Robinson duck. So I'd be stoked for that. But yeah, those are that's ask a question. There's our answer about Jeeps. So, Jeep Wave. I'm giving the Jeep Wave, everybody. Or no, J's up. Those are J's up, everybody. J's up.
Hold on, which side is the? Yeah,
J's
you got to
up.
use left hand. You're making an L. There you go.
There you
Or
go.
you can
J's
twist
up.
your hand around. That works
better,
too.
Better. All right. Last question we got is from Brandon Davis, aka Texas Cat Daddy, at a stream of cream on Twitter. And Brandon says, how would you ever know if you were an identical twin and both of y'all received your name shortly after birth and then were mistakenly switched when y'all got home and nobody realized?
I think I remember hearing about this one time that they
did it with triplets.
put
My
a
two
sticker on you or
brothers.
something.
Oh.
They mark the babies so you
That's-
know
that
so that
was-
doesn't happen.
That was from The Office.
Is that where I heard
Michael
that?
Scott or Dwight's like you have to
Shit.
you have to make a mark the baby so nobody can change it and nobody can
feel like
switch it and
I've
Michael
heard
has to
about
mark a
this before,
watermelon
though.
pretending it's baby. I've seen this. No, if you had identical twins and both of you received your name but then were switched, nobody realized. You would have one of you would eventually do one of those DNA tests that you should never do because they just clone you. If you send them your information, they'll sell your information and then they have your DNA. So bad news. But you would do like a 23andMe, bleep that out, Robert, or you would do one of those DNA things, and then they'd be like, you have a twin brother. It's this person, and then you'd be like, holy shit, they live right here. That's crazy. And then you'd find out you got switched at birth. Parent Trap might also be what you were thinking of. Wasn't that what happened? Parent Trap was a fucked up movie.
I don't think I ever
If you
actually
think about
watched
it-
I just know the story, but I never sat down and watched it.
But they were like, yo, let's get divorced. But also, like, I don't want to deal with going back and forth with the kids. What if you just took one kid, completely separate her from her sister? You raise her British, I'll raise my kid American and poor, and we'll just see how it goes.
A midwife shares her tips for twin parents. She says that once the babies are born at a hospital, nurses will put different hats on the babies or mark them with baby A and baby B. So I guess they're not actually like marking the baby
They
itself,
learned that
but
from The Office.
But also, like, what if they pick them up and the crib or whatever that they're in is marked baby A and baby B, but then you go, fuck, I don't know which one I picked this up out of.
If you're
So
a
there's
nurse,
a- there's
you
a
just
lot
put
of
them back
people
and
out
hope
there.
no one knows.
There's got to be a lot of twins out there that aren't the actual name that they were given at birth because the parents switched them like in the first 10 minutes and were like, we're both so tired right now. We don't know which one we picked up.
Yeah, I could see that.
It definitely is
You
out
just
there.
grow up as like whatever that name was.
Or like maybe our friends aren't actually Grant and Corbin,
Yeah. Or Corbin's Grant and Grant's Corbin.
but they're not identical. So I feel like at birth they might have even looked a little different.
I don't know. All babies kind of like the same.
I don't know. I'll have to reach out to my friend from high school. He had little sisters that were twins. I'd be like, ask your dad this for me. They'll probably come back with like, we're not 100% confident.
Yeah, they would.
We don't know.
If you have any friends that are twins, definitely do that, and then be like, "Are you sure though?" But like, "Are you sure though?" But are you sure? And then like just really make them second guess all of their life.
Do you ever feel like a different person? Because you probably are.
It's very possible. It's very possible that you're a different person.
You're actually that guy.
Unfortunately for you, that's what it is. Okay, I have one more question from Quentin Hughes. He sent in a couple of them, but this is an Olympic themed one, and since this is the last week of the Olympics, let's get to this. Quentin Hughes at Q the Ace on Twitter says, "Would you rather be an Olympic athlete or a third string quarterback?" Olympic athlete, because you say I was an Olympic athlete and you get the cool tattoos, and like if you're a third string quarterback, that's sick. You could be Tommy DeVito, but also, like, you might not get the glory. I want the glory of being an Olympian. I can always be, I was an Olympian. If you got last place in the Olympics, you were still an Olympian.
I'm assuming
I would
it's
talk so much shit.
Third string in the pros, right?
Yeah, probably. Let's assume that.
I'm going quarterback.
I mean, it's
like,
awesome because you don't have to do anything, but then you're also worrying about getting cut, being elevated or sent back to the practice squad. Like, you got all those worries. As a third string quarterback, backup quarterback, not so worried because you're like, all right, if the starter goes down, I got to go in. Third string quarterback, less responsibility, but kind of scary.
You're making more money than the Olympians, even as a third string. And if some injuries happen, maybe you're Tommy DeVito. Because he was third string, right?
Tommy DeVito.
And like if you're in a game, everything has gone wrong. There's been injuries and nobody expects it. But if you win a game,
Willie Beeman.
If you win a game as
Remember
a third
him?
string quarterback, I do. I love Willie Beeman. He's one of my favorite fictional players of all
You
time.
can catch him, then you dream in.
Steamin' Willie Beeman. But like if you win the game as a third string, you're a legend forever. Like your fans will remember your name.
I don't want to be
forever.
I don't want to like bring up anything personal. This is not a shot at you at all, but like there was a Monday Night Football game where the Giants beat the Packers this year and Tommy DeVito was kind of the hero of
that
it.
sucked.
And it was
I
like,
thought about that the other day.
I will always have that Tommy DeVito moment. Where I was like, remember when the Italian guy did all the Italian and like he had his agent there. It was like the perfect storm of like, this guy's really Italian. Guys, did you guys know that? He's named after the guy from fucking Goodfellas. And also, did you guys fucking know that his agent's also more Italian than he is and wears Italian suits? And we were like, that's fucking sick. And then he won a game and that we were supposed to get blown out. It was like, okay.
He is what Ben
there was a 3-week vibe of Tommy DeVito that was just what was such a ride. Such a ride.
I couldn't even be mad at it. Like,
I think I said on the
pissed
podcast,
that
I was like, he's a
Packers lost,
lifestyle now.
And like that game cost us the division. But like it was so much fun at the same time.
I'm just scared that he's not going to be on the Giants this year. And I hope he doesn't have to play at all for the Giants. I hope Dan Jones takes over like he's supposed to. He will. I know he will. But like Tommy, just like it feels like he should be on the Giants.
He is what the internet tried to make Ben DiNucci.
Yes.
Like, what was it? It was either the year before or 2 years
bitch.
before, and there was all those TikTok, Ben DiNucci. If they had just held off on that.
Yeah.
Like, everyone who made those memes, once Tommy DeVito came around, must have been like, fuck.
Yeah, but Dallas fucks everything up.
Dallas fucks everything. Like, remember when Ben DiNucci got in the game, and he was just awful?
Yeah. Well, I watched
throw a
Ben
pass.
DiNucci at James Madison because I went to Sam and we played them sometimes.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck that guy. So I was happy.
Tommy
when he
DeVito.
sucked.
Tommy Cutlets.
Tommy Cutlets,
Yeah,
dude.
I'm going third string quarterback all day because then
I
you
think
bounce around the
Olympian is
NFL.
better.
If you but think about it, you're a third string quarterback, you're gonna go into coaching high school football, which is kind of cool. But then always forever, you get a kid that talks back, be like, "I was in an NFL game, bitch."
Yeah, but you could be a coach and be an Olympic athlete too, and then
You're gonna
be
coach
like,
track.
Yeah. And then when they're like, "What have you ever done?" Like, I was a fucking Olympian, pussy.
Yeah, okay. If I had two coaches,
I would-
and one of
I
them
would
was like, "I
never-
was in the Olympics," and the other was like, "I was a third string quarterback," I'd be like, "Quarterback, you're the cooler guy."
I would
You're
never
so much cooler.
not remind people that I was an Olympian if I was an Olympian. And you don't have to say you won. Again, you don't have to say you won. You could just be an Olympian.
But also think about it this way: if you're a third string quarterback in the NFL, that means you were a 6 starter in college, which means college was like you're like, okay, I'm a stud on the track team. I'm on track for Olympics. Cool, you have a regular college experience for a normal athlete. 50-50. If you don't get in the Olympics, you're going into Enterprise Rent-A-Car. The flip of that is you were the starting quarterback in college. It could even be a small school. Guess what? You're the king of the school. You're the king of the fucking school, and then you got to go on to play pro football. Maybe you never make it in a game. Maybe you're only ever on the practice squad. But you know what? You were in the facility. You were on a professional football team. Being a pro football player is the coolest thing you can do in America.
I'm reading a book right now by a guy named Mark Titus. He was a bench warmer on the I think 07 Ohio State team that went to the national championship and lost.
I
to
know
Florida.
about Mark Titus,
but he calls it Club Trillion because when you get a trillion, you check in to the game, you play 1 minute, and you have zero stats. He was a bench warmer, and he was like, I got a trillion. Because then it's just one.
Okay, I never knew that's where that came about. That's awesome.
And he was like, yeah, that's how you get a trillion. And like that's what that makes you like. You could be a trillionaire, but just in stats, like one game checked in, no stats at all. But it's harder to do in football because if you're a quarterback specifically. But I think that I would still rather be an Olympian because you always get the glory of like you have to work your ass off to get qualified to be an Olympian, and then you will always say I was a U.S. Olympian.
Yeah, like you represented your country. That's amazing.
You're basically a troop.
Football.
Like there's like troops, then Olympians, right?
I think I know which way Robert's going, but Robert, which one do you take?
Olympian.
I knew it because Robert doesn't care about football at all.
No, it'd be cool, but like you don't get the glory at all, and you get speaking engagements. You probably get a bunch of perks from being an Olympian, even if it's not a ton of money. But like you get like hookups, I would imagine, and then like you are always a motivational speaker job away. Like you could do that forever. I'm not saying you'd love it, but people would always be like, "Hey, can you come speak to this class?" And yeah, hi, I'm Alex, and I was a pole vaulter in the 2024 Paris Olympics. Yeah, I got last place, but you know how hard it was to qualify. And you talk about it like, well, I thought my days were over after that, but I overcame it. Like you get a bunch of gigs from being an Olympian, and then like people just think you're cool.
Pretty sure Kurt Warner was third string at one point. Now he's in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was. You know who else is about to be in the Hall of Fame? Eli. It's Hall of Fame.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Dan Jones.
Well, I mean, him too, eventually.
Me too.
I thought he was going to say Danny, and I was going to go, Dan. Danny is not
Dan Jones.
Dan.
Hall of Famer.
Bright career ahead of him.
They should just put him in now. Like, look at the beard. Just with the beard and the hair. Like, hair is a little bit longer.
Why? You got to earn that. But he's on track with the beard.
Yeah. And last thing, before we go, just they did have the Hall of Fame induction. Devin Hester and Andre Johnson had two of the best busts I've ever seen. Like the statues that they put out there, like a lot of times they look nothing like the guys. Howie Long has a really good bust, but
his head is perfect for a statue.
Yeah, because it's flat on the top. Andre Johnson though,
flat and square,
just like his bust. And then Devin Hester had the dreads and everything, and it was just like it looked perfect. It was awesome. So shout out to the bust people and start making Eli's. Because he's getting in next year, or else we riot. All right, that's it. At Pascary Pod, I'm at Alex J. Middleton. Pat's at Not Pat D, and Robert is at Robert Barbosa 03. David Ruiz is our teacher of the week. Hashtag PTG Teachers to at Pascary Pod. If you'd like to submit a teacher's wish list for us, we'll do it for a couple more weeks, but we're going to tweet it out, I guess, a couple times this week. Go and support David and help
everyone
stock
go
his class.
hello him.
Go hello him. Hello David Ruiz, so he can hello him, stock his classroom.
Yeah.
As Pat said.
Also, shout out Astros, 7 years in a row. I think it said that we have won the Silver Boot, which is the season series against the Rangers. So once again, fuck you. Fuck you, Arlington. You're not even Dallas.
Yeah, not even Dallas. Again, at Alex J. Middleton, at Not Pat Dan, at Robert Barbosa 03. Give us a 5-star review on iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio, wherever else you're listening to podcasts. If you're watching the YouTube version, did you find the logo, the American flag PTG logo? If you did, screenshot it, the image, and send it to us. First person to do so.
Maybe it hasn't even happened yet.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, that's what I'm hinting.
Watch through
you better
the
watch,
very end.
and if you didn't see it here, then go back and watch. Robert's going to put it in wherever he wants. Robert's going to put it in wherever. That's what she said. That's what she said. But Robert's going to put it in wherever he wants, and it's your job to find it. So make sure that if you've scrolled through every frame of this video, to scroll again and get your friends to all do the same thing. Follow us on all socials. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Subscribe to the podcast version. If you're listening to us, hit play on the YouTube channel. If you're watching us, hit play on the audio version. Help us get clicks in both corners. And again, just share us with a friend. That really helps us grow the pod. We love you guys. Y'all are the fucking best. Let's do a random celebrity guess before we get out of here.
I'm going Kurt Warner.
Kurt Warner. All right.
Giants legend.
Mark Hoppus.
Nice.
Yeah.
Mark Hoppus, that's good. I'm gonna go.
I went Adele last week.
I didn't even notice that.
I'm trying to think. I'm gonna go Eli. I'm just gonna go Eli Manning.
There you go.
Eli Manning. All right. Ready?
Funny how you took a quarterback, but he wouldn't want to be a quarterback.
Jennifer Grey.
Ooh, nice. That's Dirty Dancing, right?
Is it?
I
Oh,
believe-
yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Nobody puts baby in a corner.
If the shoe fits. No. All right. Marnie Sinofonte.
Is she Italian?
No idea.
The name sounds Italian. It ends in a vowel.
All right. Last one. Kirsten Dunst. Nope. Didn't get it. Didn't get it.
God, I had such a crush on her as a kid.
Just because we were in person again, I kept thinking like one of us is gonna get it again. After Robert got that high, like I've been chasing that high, dude. It really is.
I would have
like,
ran through that glass window.
Oh yeah, it'd be crazy. It'd be like, look, office. Like, I'm sorry that I broke this, but can I show you the video? Can I show you the video of why I broke this? And they're like, okay, you guessed a random person, correct? Yeah, I did. Okay, so knock it off. But yeah, love you guys. Hope you have a great rest of your week until we talk to you next time. Pass the gravy, you motherless bitches.
Gravy, gang, gang, gang. Baby, pop the top and let it spread. As we're listening to Pass the Gravy. We're going fishing for your bitch today. We're drunk in Houston, Houston, baby. Now we go ahead and lick and we'll get rich.